Start our here shift to second 22nd analysis. So first of all, we are going to talk about how was the paper. So by looking at this, the review we got from the students, it seems like that it is going to be sort of like the toughest paper the student have got. I'm not saying this is the toughest of the entire JEE mains. I'm not predicting the future. I'm not seeing the future right now. But up until now, we had like a four sets happen. Yesterday there were two shift, and then today we had a two shift. And according to that, what we got as a review from the students, which just freshly came out of the examination hall, they are telling to the resonance staff members that it is the tough one. So before we go into the analysis for each and every question, we will first do these review subject wise as well. So right now, me myself, Zakir Hussain, physics faculty here for doing the physics one, and I would like to welcome Sagar sir to tell us little bit about the maths and also which topics we are still going to suggest to the student who are going to do these paper on the tomorrow or day after tomorrow session. So Sagar sir, please continue.
Okay, so Jackie sir, first of all, to those students all who wrote the exam today, one thing is sure, this was the toughest one only in maths also. So it is looks like what I think out of these all four, whatever student wrote, morning was the easiest and this evening is the difficult. Okay, so it looks like those all who wrote today in evening, and if you are getting the marks around 50, you are going to get the 99 percentile. In morning, suppose it is around 60 marks gives you 99 percentile, then in evening it gives you approx 80 48 to 55, anywhere it can be, but approx if you are getting 50 marks or 48 or above 45, that is also be considered as a good marks. Okay, and this time in evening shift, actually what happened, that paper all the questions and maximum question, only some always be easy but maximum were the lengthy. So paper were very lengthy in maths. If you compare from the all four, then this was the very lengthy. And what we suggest, if we compare from the previous three, then student need to revise lecture note very well. And one thing, time management is important, because morning also what happened, maximum time, because maths is coming at least lengthy, even if not difficult, but it is always lengthy in all four attempts. So if sometimes physics is coming lengthier also,
yes,
with
sometimes
maths, and sometimes if physics easy, then chemistry is lengthier, statement type of the question which are time taking. So student always need to be selective, don't do the complete paper in one way. First, whatever subject you are choosing, either the chemistry first or physics first, maximum they are choosing maths at last. So at first, whatever subject you are choosing at first or second place, then first leave those questions which you think that there are going to be take the time of you. Okay, because in this way, if you will not be selective, if you do all the question in one way,
yes,
then later you might not get the time to do all the questions in maths. And actually, even though and the paper is easy, and if you do not have time in maths, then later you are not going to get the good score. So that is the main problem students who are facing, those who prepared very well. Achha, by the way, Jackie sir, what do you think in physics, how much marks will be required for 99 percentile?
well, depending on the students' review they gave, they told us that there was a fluid mechanics question coupled with the what you call unit and dimension. So they're not asking something like a formula base. This particular shift, the students are giving a review that it's not just formula based; it's a conceptual as well. Yes, the PYQ did help. That's one point the student have said many times that it did help around 60 to 65%. But I would kind of like suspect that here, if I have to compare from the previous papers, I would say like if a previous shift was like demanding some, let's say 70 plus for 99 percentile, I would say this one requires like 60 plus. I mean, just a drop for 10 marks there. The thing I mention this way because many of our students are telling, sir, even though it was a formula base, it was calculative and somewhat, just not too much, just a little bit of a pinch of salt. Let's call it, it was a tricky question. So in physics terms, I would highly suggest this thing that if you're going through the physics paper, okay, first thing you need to check is read the entire paper and check which are the easiest most questions. No matter how difficult it is going to be, no matter how easy it is going to be, the first thing you need to do is check entire paper and find 5 to 10 questions which are right away like formula based. If they have asked, let's say, electrical field direction by giving the magnetic field direction, direction of the wave propagation, boom, you can just do the question just like that. So these kind of questions you need to find, and then later find the questions which are formula based but highly calculative. And this does happen with the geometrical optics. If you do this thing, it's not just doing the question paper, it's also knowing what kind of question paper you're having. Is it tough question paper? Do you have to do less and focus on correcting the answers? Or is it an easy paper? You have to do a lot of attempt. Once you get this idea, you will be like 50% above. Like you're already ahead of 50% of candidates there. First thing is to know which battle or which war you're actually playing there. Once you know this thing, then you can easily command and easily win that thing. So for physics, I will highly suggest, do not just blindly go, okay, physics is gonna be easy, I'm gonna do all the 25 questions. No. Find, read it, and then analyze by yourself within the paper, within the time limit, that should you do for go for 15 questions or should you go for 24 questions. If you do that, then it's gonna be easy. And I would say again and again, do the PYQ, make short notes, and as well as pay highly attention, like a lot of attention on formula base. Okay, advanced preparation will take kind of like wait for it, you can do the derivation, but here right now formula is very important. So I just gonna ask one thing similar which I just described here. It's a small thing. How do the student know that this maths paper is going to be highly tough or highly tough or medium tough? Should they go for 5 questions only, aiming for 5 questions for 45 minutes, or should they go for like 10 questions or 12 questions or 15 questions for 1 hour? What do you suggest?
So actually, sir, it is to identify that your paper which you are going to write, you are writing in the exam hall, is the difficult one or easy one, how many questions will be sufficient, that mainly will be decided from the algebra. If from the algebra portion like the quadratic equation, sequence series, trigonometry, FOM, and binomial theorem, if from these you are getting the question which are time taking for you, then obviously that paper is not going to be easy. It means that complete questions you might be able to solve all or many questions, but that is going to take the time. It means that will take consume your time very well. So that is not be considered as easy whenever algebra questions are lengthier. And in the shift in evening also, it today this one whatever student wrote, that is the one of them. Here the questions of algebra also taking time. So that's why what I suggest those all who are going to write, for example, it is not like every time it will happen, because last three were easy and morning was the like, if you save 1 hour 20 minutes, you can get the very good score in maths. Even more than 23, 24, more 23, 24 questions you can get. Those all who are good in maths. Okay.
So coming back to physics, I'm just gonna tell you a little bit of thing which I kind of forgot, and that is for 11th class and 12th class. This is not the first time I'm saying it. You do have to like pay attention to a particular topics. Go for like them as this is a unit, okay, not a chapter. Because if you see the chapter in physics, there will be 31 chapters combined, and that's a lot to make your head spin. So what you should do is, on the 11th side, focus on 4 to 5 chapters, 4 to 5 units. These are like what you call fluid mechanics. This thing kind of like sticks every shift actually. And then we have um, then we have okay, and then we have, you know, what you call rigid body dynamics, which is rotational motion. And then we have what you call thermodynamics, highly important in chemistry. Speaking of chemistry, just a small thing I would mention about the chemistry, it wasn't that easy compared to the other shift as well. I mean, it's like a growing trend we got. It's not just what you called got tough in maths
So
actually.
this time actually physics, chemistry both are not coming easy. If either one will be easy, other will be lengthier, or other easy, then one will be the lengthier. And
Definitely.
maths is always time taking.
So coming back to the same point, I was telling thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, rigid body dynamics, and most important, the waves. Don't forget the waves. Waves have like a 4 chapter there. So that is regarding the 11th one. If you stick to these four chapters and actually do the short notes on it. Short notes is not something you download from the internet or chat GPT. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Short notes is actually supposed to be made by you. Look, a writer knows his book very well because he's a writer. Do or be a writer of your own book. That's what the short notes was supposed to be. If you're doing that, let me tell you, you already did 75% of the work. You don't have to take the headache of learning or remembering the formula because you already did while writing. This is what you call muscle memory as well. So for 11th, these, and for 12th, we will discuss, but let's go back to the maths. What do you suggest for 11th class? Which topics are going to be important?
From the 11th class, one thing which a student need to be revised well, that is the one is the quadratic equation and modulus. Do not forget the, because in every shift questions with the quadratic and modulus they are including. And from the sequence series chapter, even though AZP is deleted in the JEE Main syllabus, but still AZP, how to get the sum of AZP sequence, that you need to revise, because that can be attached with any another chapter also. And last year also this happened, AZP were not in syllabus, but still AZP used as in questions to solve. And obviously sequence series, but this time sequence series just simply AP-GP application, if you know, this will be fine. But till now, one AM-GM relation. Okay, that also be important.
So before we wrap this up, we just want to welcome the chemistry faculty to give a sort of like small review. But let's go back to the physics portion once again. I did told you about the 11th topics. I just wanted to clarify about the 12th one as well. The 12th one is going to be what you called modern physics, and the 12th one, which is going to be highly important nowadays, it feels like its question is going to appear a lot, and that's a semiconductor. Never ignore semiconductor. Logic gates becoming a way more important than we actually thought of it. And it's not like they're asking a what you call the conceptual question like, is it which one is a reversible diode? No, 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 not like that. Simply diode will be given, and you just need to check what are the outputs. It is that simple. So do not ignore how easy it is. All you need to know is know three gates: AND gate, OR gate, and this NOT
Okay.
gate. That's it. So before we just kind of like stop, we will like to welcome chemistry sir, and he will just tell you a brief small review about how was the paper. That's it. So sir, please. And stay tuned, by the way. Do make sure you like the video, because the more you like, the more we make it. And let's welcome our sir. Sir, we just want to hear just a bit of a review regarding what you felt with the chemistry, the initial chemistry questions you have got, whatever you feel.
Whatever I got from the students, generally it's a basic trend is chemistry is all about NCRT. And you people, those who are from the resonance, that those people are known what is the importance of our sheet. Most of the 99% of the problems we got in the JEE from the resonance sheet, mostly from the exercise one. That is more than enough to get the 99 percentile in the chemistry. So all the resonance people, you should refer the our resonance sheet properly. That is more than enough. I am sure that you will get 99.5 percentile above in the chemistry. And mostly you have to make the short notes with irrespective of chemistry, because short notes helps you very much. So most of the questions what I got from the students, most of the questions they asked from the inorganic questions I got just now. Let us discuss, right? Okay. So myself, this is Srinivas, faculty of resonance. So let us discuss some questions from right. Just wait a minute. Right, it's a general question, regular question. They are asking, okay, what is the electron gain enthalpy of group 16 elements? Electron gain enthalpy of elements. Electron gain enthalpy of elements depends on the various factors. various factors. Number one, electronegativity is the one factor. Sorry. Right? En is the one factor. Size is the one factor. And third factor is electron density. These are the factors affecting the electron gain enthalpy. Always electron gain enthalpy not follows the general order. It does not follow the general order. Some variations are there always. For example, here we have the 16th group elements like oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Right? Upon addition of electron, okay, what you get? O minus gas plus some amount of energy is released. That is nothing but electron gain enthalpy. But addition of electron becomes very tough task to the oxygen as its size is very less and it has the more En. It has the more En. Electron density is more. So repulsions are arised. To overcome the repulsions, its electron gain enthalpy decreases than expected. Actually, expected order is general order is oxygen greater than sulfur, sulfur greater than selenium, selenium greater than tellurium, tellurium greater than polonium. This is the general order what we expected according to size. Lesser is the size, greater is the electron gain enthalpy because nucleus is very near to the added electron. Then attractions are more, we can add the electron very easily, then electron gain enthalpy is more. But this is not true always. Why? Because here addition of electron becomes very tough because of En of oxygen atom, high En of oxygen atom, less size of oxygen atom, and more electron density in the oxygen atom. So every time second atom having the more electron gain enthalpy than the what? First atom. Then this is not the correct order. This is not the correct order. This is we have the computation between this one and this one. Because of various factor, we can take the second one. Sulfur greater than selenium, greater than tellurium, and finally we get the oxygen because of these reasons. Because of En, size, and electron density, electron gain enthalpy not follows the general trends, right? So there are some exceptions. Okay, and the second question they given from the alkyl halides and alkynes. They mixed that alkynes and alkyl halides. SN reaction. Okay, okay, they given okay geminal dihalide, even the NaNH2 base. What happened? Elimination reaction takes place, right? Right. First, what you get, alkyne you get, right? Here, H. Okay. Here we have H. This will eliminate it. This will eliminate it. What you get? Triple bond you get. 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there. Butane you get. Okay. After that, they given the NaNH2. NaNH2. This is the base. Then what happened? Acid base reaction takes place. Acid base reaction takes place. NH2. What you get? NH3. NH3 is eliminated. Then here you get the nucleophile. Right? Then they given the this one. What they given? Isopropyl bromide. This will attack on the living group holding carbon. On the what? Living group holding carbon by the SN2 mechanism. Then what happened? You get this product. You get this product. Okay. Right? What is the name? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 2 methyl. 2 methyl. 2 methyl hex 3 ine is the product. So correct option, this is not correct option. Second also not correct option. Third also not correct option. Fourth one is the correct option. Correct option is 2 methyl X3ine. It given from the preparation of alkynes and SN2 reaction. Okay, it's a mixed question, right? And here also we have acid base reaction also. This is the acidic hydrogen. Here we have the base, then acid base reaction is takes place, resulting what happened? Nucleophile is generated. That nucleophile attacked on the living group holding carbon by SN2 passion. Then finally you get the what? 2-methyl hex 3. 2-methyl hex 3, right? Let's move to next question. Okay. 100 grams of 98% by weight H2SO4 mixed with 100 grams of 49% by weight H2SO4. Mole fraction of H2SO4 in the solution. Okay, that means 98% H2SO4 means what we have? Water. Remaining is water. 49% by mass of H2SO4 is remaining is what? Nana? Water. Then out of 100 grams, number of mass of H2SO4 in first case. This say first case, this says second case. In first case, what? 98 grams. And mass of H2SO4 in second case, what? 49%. That means you can take 49 grams. Okay, here you get the how many moles? Number of moles of H2SO4. In first case, 1 mole. In the second case, here 49 by 98. Number of moles of H2SO4, 1 by 2 means 0.5. Then total moles of H2SO4, NH2SO4 total 1 plus 0.5, 1.5 moles. So in the solution, we have the 1.5 moles of H2SO4. Right. Here in the first case, 100 grams of 98% by weight H2SO4 given. That means 2 grams of water is present in the first case. Mass of H2O. Mass of H2O in first case. What? 2 grams is present, 2 by 18, which means 1 by 9. 1 by 9 means 0.11 something. And in the mass of water in second case. Okay, 49% by of H2SO4 means out of 100 grams, remaining 51 grams is what? 51 grams is water. 51 by 18, you will get 2.83 something, right? Then total moles of mass of is 51 and this is moles of water. This is moles of water. Total moles of water and water total is equals to 0.11 plus 2.83. You get 2.93 moles. And total moles equals to water moles plus H2SO4 moles. What you have? 2.93 plus 1.5. Then what you get? You get the total moles 4.2.9, 1.5, 4.4 approximately. 4.4. Then they asked the question what? Mole fraction of H2SO4. Mole fraction of H2SO4 is equals to number of moles of H2SO4 by total moles. What are the number of moles of H2SO4? 1.5 moles. 1.5 by 4.4. 1.5 by 4.4, then you get fourth option. 0.33 is the mole fraction of H2SO4 in the given solution. Right? First you have to find out the weight of the H2SO4 in the first case, and in the second case also we have to find out the mass of the H2SO4. Then both you have to add and find out the total moles of H2SO4 in both cases. Similarly, you have to find out the total moles of H2O in the both cases. Then take the general formula of mole fraction. What is the mole fraction? Number of moles of H2SO4 by total moles. Then you will get the answer. Easiest question. Easiest question from the stoichiometry, right? Next question. Let's move to next question. They given from the organic chemistry. Organic chemistry. Okay. From the options. From the options only I can say here they are not mentioning the Lewis acid. Might be they mention the pyridine, right? From the option only, if they mention the Lewis acid, electrophilic substitution takes place. But here I think from the option only I am saying they mention the some base like pyridine. So here pyridine is mentioned. Then what happened? No electrophilic substitution. If Lewis acid is mentioned, then obviously electrophilic substitution takes place. Here no electrophilic substitution. See here. Here we have the CH2 NH2. Okay. Here I have the benzoyl chloride, right? Here electron deficiency, here we get the partial positive charge, here we get the partial negative charge, here we have the lone pair electron nucleophile. This will attack over here. Then what you get? You get pH CH2, okay, NH and CO pH. Okay, actually here you get the O minus. O minus, these electrons are shifted over here. Here you get the Cl, this is the best leaving group. These electrons are shifted here. This chlorine get eliminated. Then what you get? pH CH2 NH CO pH. Okay, right? After that, it is the sequence reaction. They use the reducing agent, strong reducing agent like lithium aluminum hydride. What happened? Here we have the acetylene that is converted into what? Completely undergoes the hydrogenation reduction. What you get? pH CH2 NH CH2 pH. Okay, what is our option? Option 2 is the correct one. Okay, don't confuse over here. What they mentioned on the arrow mark, you have to remember. Here if they mention the Lewis acid, here electrophilic substitution takes place. That means this group may be substituted on the what position? Ortho or para position. Here electrophilic substitution not takes place. It is kind of nucleophilic substitution. Okay, right? Here what happened? This will attack. This will attack on this reagent. Then general reaction here. This will attack over here. These electrons are shifted over here. Here you get the negative charge. These electrons are shifted over here. This chlorine get eliminated. Then you get the this product. After that, reduction with lithium aluminum hydride, you get the this product. Right? Don't confuse over here. No electrophilic substitution. If they mention in the question here Lewis acid, then you go through electrophilic substitution. Right. Which of the following is mixed oxides? You should remember all the mixed oxides like Fe3O4, magnetite. You should remember this one, Pb3O4, red lead, and Mn3O4. These are all what? Mixed oxides. What is this? Fe2O3, not a mixed oxide. PbO2 is not a mixed oxide. Pb3O is the mixed oxide of Pb2O, Pb4O. Lead 2 oxide, lead 4 oxide is the mixed oxide. Pb3O4 is the mixed oxide, right? It is mixed oxide of PbO and PbO2. Easy question. They asked question from the mixed oxides, right? You people should remember those mixed oxides, magnetite like Mn3O4, Fe3O4, Pb3O4. all are mixed oxides. You should remember all those mixed oxides. Now Amarendra sir will continue, right? Thank you.
Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you all are fine. Now I am going to start mathematics portion. So first question is given, if complex number z1, z2, z up to zn satisfy the equation 4z square plus z bar is equal to 0, then we have to find summation of mod zi square. So this question from complex number topic, and this is also a easy question, you can say. How to find z1, z2, z3? This equation is given 4z square plus z bar is equal to 0. So one method to find z1, z2, z3 value of z is put z is equal to x plus iota y and then simplify. Another method is multiply this whole equation by z, you will get 4z cube plus mod z square is equal to 0. Now 4z cube is equal to minus of mod z square. Now apply modulus both side. If you apply modulus both side, you will get 4 mod z cube is equal to mod z square. From here you will get either mod z is equal to 0 or mod z is equal to 1 by 4. So your equation, this equation will become 4. If you put mod z 0, you will get z 0, but if you put mod z is equal to 1 by 4 here, you will get 4z cube plus 1 by 4 is equal to 0. 4z cube is equal to, 1 by 16, 4 square. So this will become minus 1 by 16. Z cube will become what? Minus 1 by 64. So what you will get z from here? Z is equal to minus 1 by 4, minus 1 by 4 omega and minus 1 by 4 omega square. So this is your z1, z2, z3. You have to find the value of summation of mod z square. So you will get summation of mod zi square is equal to mod 1 by 4 square is 1 by 16 plus 1 by 16 plus 1 by 16. This will become what? 3 by 16. So your answer is 3 by 16. First option is correct. Now moving to the next question. Next question is given. Let alpha beta be the roots of quadratic equation 12x square minus 20x plus 3 lambda is equal to 0, where lambda belongs to integer and mod of beta minus alpha belongs to 1 by 2 to 3 by 2. So how to solve? You have to find the sum of all possible value of lambda. This question from quadratic equation, and this is also, you can say, easy question, not tough. How to solve this question? Relation is given 1 by 2 less than is equal to mod beta minus alpha less than is equal to 3 by 2. So first of all, square this relation, you will get 1 by 4 beta minus alpha whole square 9 by 4. Beta minus alpha whole square you can write alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta 1 by 4 to 9 by 4. And you can put the value of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta from this equation. You will get 1 by 4 less than is equal to, what is alpha plus beta? 20 by 12 will become 5 by how much? 3. So 5 by 3 whole square minus 4 times c by a. C is 3 lambda, a is 12. You will get 3 lambda by 12. This will get cancelled. Less than equal to 9 by 4. Now simplify this. You will get 1 by 4 less than is equal to 25 by 9 minus lambda less than is equal to 9 by 4. Now send 25 by 9 other side. You will get 1 by 4 minus 25 by 9 less than is equal to minus lambda less than is equal to 9 by 4 minus 25 by 9. Now take LCM. This will become, LCM is 36 and here numerator will become 9 minus 100 less than equal to minus lambda less than is equal to, here also LCM 36, numerator will become 81 minus 100. So this one is minus 91 by 36 less than equal to minus lambda less than is equal to how much? Minus 19 by 36. Now multiply with negative sign. You will get 91 by 36 greater than equal to lambda greater than equal to 19 by 36. Now look here, 19 by 36 is 0 point something and 91 by 36 is 2 point something. So between these numbers you will get lambda 1, 2 because we have to take lambda integer. So sum of values of lambda is what? 1 plus 2, 3. So your answer is 3 for this question. Next question is area enclosed by 4x square plus y square less than equal to 8 and y square less than is equal to 4x. So this is from area between the curve and you can say this is moderate question. How to solve this type of question? First of all, draw the graph. So first is ellipse, x square by 2 plus y square less than is equal to 1. So major axis, minor axis, this point is root 2 comma 0 and this point is minus root 2 comma 0. This one is 0 comma 1 and 0 comma minus 1. Next is y square less than equal to 4x. This is parabola. So both are less than given. So you have to find this area. To find this area, you have to find this intersection point. So how to find this intersection point? 4x square, y square is 4x is equal to 8. So from here you will get x square plus x minus 2 is equal to 0. So x will become what? Minus 1 comma 2. So minus 1 is negative. So negative, you have to take positive side diagram, not negative. So you have to find area between 0 to 2. You have to find area between 0 to 2. First graph is under root 8 minus 4x square minus second graph is sorry उल्टा लिख दिया. So how to find this area? X you will get 0 minus 1 comma 2. No, 2 is not, this is not correct. So what you will get x from here? X is equal to x square plus 2x minus x minus 2. So from here x will become minus 2 and 1. So x is minus 2, no need to take negative part. So if you take x equal to 1, y will become plus minus 2. So this point is 1 comma 2 and this point is 1 comma minus 2. So this total area you have to remove this part, then you will get this area. Then how to integrate? You have to integrate in the function of y. You will get 8 minus y square by 4 dy minus y square by 4 y square by 4 0 to 2 dy. So if you integrate this one, you will get your answer. So from here 1 by 2 common. What is the integration of 8 minus y square dy? Integration is 2 root 2 by 2 under root 8 minus y square plus a square by 2 will become 4 sin inverse x by y by a, y by 2 root 2 and minus 1 by 4, this will become y cube by 3 and then put here limit 0 to 2, you will get your answer. Your answer will be third. Next question is number of element in the relation. Relation is given. This question from topic relation. So how to find number of relation? Here given, first of all simplify this. 4x square plus y square less than 52 you have given. So from here, if you put x is equal to 0, you will get y square less than 52. So how many value of y possible? Y possible values are 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, up to where? Plus minus 7. So how many values are there? 14 plus 1, 15. So from this relation you will get 15 elements. If you put x is equal to 1 or plus minus 1 you can put, you will get y square less than how much? 52 minus 4, 48. So you will get 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, up to where? Plus minus 6, because 7 square is more than 48. So how many values from here? 12 plus 12 plus 1 13, but here 2 times. 13 values from plus 1 and 13 values from minus 1 you will get. So total values is 2 into 13, which is 26. Similarly, if you put x is equal to plus minus 2, you will get y square less than, what will become? 16. 52 minus 16, how much? 52 minus 16, you will get 36. So 52 minus 16 is equal to 36. So from here 0, 1, 2, plus minus also, up to where? Plus minus 5. So similarly you can do, you will get your answer. Sum of element is 77. 77 is your answer. You can do and count your number of element. So in this part, number of elements are 10 plus 1, 11 into 2, 22. So like this, you can count all elements. Next, if the mean deviation about the median of the number k, 2k, 3k up to 1000k is 500, then k square is. So here numbers are given in AP. So if numbers are given in AP, then mean deviation about median will become number of element divided by 4. So how many elements are there? Total number of elements are 1000 by 4. And k is multiplied everywhere. You can multiply here k is equal to, what will become? 500 given. So from here you will get k is equal to how much? 2. If k is equal to 2, then you have to find the value of k square. K square is how much? 4. So your first option is correct. So maths portion is completed. Now physics, sir will explain.
Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope everyone is fine. Okay. Fine. Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope everyone is fine. Well, after seeing this today's shift and also taking the responses from all our students, the physics paper was from the student side. What we got is nothing but it is from moderate to difficult. It was a lengthy type question paper. It was whatever the questions they have seen, that it was like kind of lengthy questions we have observed from the student side. And also so far we have received certain questions from our side, from the student side, which we are going to discuss. I'm going to discuss few of the questions which we have received, and further of the questions will be discussed further in our session. So moreover, some of the students are asking that if we continue with this shifts till the end, will it be helpful for us? Might be, it cannot completely. It might be like, if you see yesterday's shifts and today's shift questions, there are one question which is being repeated on the same model. Out of those 25, no doubt we have been discussing 20 or 22 questions, whatever we are getting from the student side, that might be repeated. Might be, I'm not saying that completely it will be repeated, but no doubt you can go through this as a reference part, and most precisely looking into the question language is very important. Now coming to the point, so whatever the questions we have received, this question is nothing but a kind of standard model, like a new type of question we can say. It is from units and dimension, and it is very easy to simplify. And now coming to the point, so I'm going with a very standardized procedure. Okay, so let's start with this particular case. In this particular question, what he has given, just have a look. So in this question he has given us Find the dimensions of the expression epsilon naught E by T, where epsilon naught E and T are permittivity, electric field, and time. So we will find out the dimensional formula of the epsilon naught, we will find out the electric field, and also we will find out the dimension formula of time. However, we are going with a standardized procedure because in the next shifts also they may ask you directly in the match the following type. So we are going with a very standardized procedure. So first I would like to find out the dimensional formula of the permittivity. So we can take this particular case by using the formula, that is F is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into, this is nothing but Q1 Q2 whole divided by R square. From this particular case I can find out permittivity, and I'm taking 1 by 4 pi F into, this is going to be how much, Q1 Q2 whole divided by R square. So I'm converting this part dimensionally. So if I'm taking this part dimensionally, so I can say very clearly charge can be written as current into time, and if I'm converting into dimensionally, so I would like to take amperes into time. So because the charge is expressed, whatever the charge are there, the dimension formulas are same, so we are having two charges, that too in multiplication. So I'm taking this part as amperes square into time square, the whole divided by the force, and force is basically mass into acceleration, and if I convert that part into dimension formula, mlt power minus 2 multiplied by, you are having L square. If you take this dimensional formula here, so you can take here m power minus 1, and this is going to be L power minus 3, this is going to be T power 4, and this is going to be how much, A power 2. So this is the dimension formula for permittivity. Followed by, we are also going to find the dimension formula of electric field. Once again I am saying we are going with a very standardized procedure, though we can apply the shortcut and we can simplify this part. So now electric field can be taken as force per unit charge, which can also be taken as mlt power minus 2 whole divided by charge. The charge can be taken as current into time, so I can take here current into time. Followed by that, if you write this dimension formula, this is going to be ml T power minus 3 A power minus 1. So now anyhow the dimension formula of time is actually taken as T only, so I'm taking the dimension formula of time as T. Now I would like to go into this given equation, epsilon naught into E by T. So if you substitute this part, epsilon naught already we are having here, this is going to be m power minus 1, this is going to be L power minus 3, and followed by that T power 4 you are having here, this is nothing but T power 4, and this is nothing but A power 2, and it has to be multiplied with what, this is going to be m L T power minus 3 A power minus 1 whole divided by the time T. If you look technically from this case, if I take T to the numerator side, it is going to become T power minus 4, T power plus 4 and T power minus 4 actually will get cancel, basis are simple should be added, you can go with that case. In fact you can take here m power minus 1 and m power plus 1 will also get cancel, and here minus 3 plus 1 is nothing but minus 2, and A power 2 minus 1 is 2, sorry 1. So you can take here directly from this particular case, we are getting A into L power minus 2, which is your second option. So A into L power minus 2. This is the dimensional formula for this particular case. So this is a standardized procedure. You can use the concept of the flux and substitute. In this case we can also go with that particular shortcut. Okay, so now let us go for the next part. So in the next question, this is nothing but the question has been taken from the waves, and that too open organ pipe, and that too it's a very easy part. Now let's go for the next case. So in an open organ pipe, third and sixth harmonic frequency differ by 3200 hertz. Find the length of the organ pipe, speed of sound already he has given. So basically we know in an organ pipe you can take that the frequency can be taken as NV by 2L. Open organ pipe, we can take the frequency as NV by 2L, but here he has given the difference of the third as well as the sixth harmonic, and that too the difference he has given. So firstly I would like to take the frequency of the third harmonic. For the frequency of the third harmonic, I would like to represent it as F1, which is equals to, I would like to take here obviously 3V whole divided by 2L for the third harmonic, and for the sixth harmonic I am taking here, which is equals to frequency F2 will be equal to, this is going to be 6V whole divided by 2L. As he already gave us the difference, so we are going to subtract them. So I can take here, this is going to be what, F1 minus of F2, which is equals to, or you can take F2 minus of F1, that will be better for us. So we will take here F2 minus of F1 here. So I would like to take this particular case as F2 minus of F1. So now, according to this, if you are taking f2 minus of f1, which is equals to 6v by 12 minus of 3v by 12. So you can take directly, this is f2 minus of f1 will be equal to how much? 3v whole divided by 12. Now, already he gave that the difference in the frequency is equals to how much? 3200 hertz. So I am going to substitute that part 3200, followed by that 3 into, already he gave v. What is v? V is basically the speed of the sound, which is actually taken as 320 meters. So I'm meters per second. So I'm taking that 320 whole divided by 12. Now you can even take this particular case. This is nothing but this 0 will get cancelled. 32 ones and 32 tens. Okay now. So as I'm concerned to find out the length here, so what I can do here, I'm taking this length L here as it is, and 3 by this is going to be 20, which is actually expressed in terms of meters. Now we have to convert this part into centimeters. Okay, if you are solving with this case, so you will be getting 3 by 20 means 0. If you take here, it's going to be 0.15, which is 0.15 you can take here, which is equals to, which is in terms of meters, you have to convert into centimeters. You are going to get here 15 centimeters. So therefore, according to this case, your third option is a correct answer for this one. So we can say that we can give this question as a easy question because it is based on the formula based one. Okay, so let us go for the next question. Another question which is actually given from the logic gates. So one or the other, anyhow, in every shift we are getting the question from the logic gates. So let's solve this particular question. For the given logic gate, find the output function. So now we need to find out the output function. Let's follow the diagram directly. So in this case, we can say this is going to be AND gate. So you can multiply this two part, A into B. Followed by that, you can say this is NOT gate. So you can take here A, B bar, which means you can take here, this is going to be how much? The input to the next AND gate is basically taken as A, B bar. Followed by that, nextly what we can say, C and D are connected to the OR gate, and in an OR gate, basically we will be adding this term. So I would like to take here, this is going to be C plus D, which means for this AND gate, you are going to get the input as C plus D. Followed by this, you are having here which gate? We can say AND gate. So obviously you are going to multiply that part. So therefore, I would like to take here, this is going to be AB bar multiplied by C plus D. AB bar multiplied by C plus D, and at the end, for my convenience, I'm just taking this input as Y. Let me take, I'm taking it as Y, I'm saying here. So I'm assuming just as Y, the output, final output as, I'm just assuming Y, and now that is what we need to find out. Okay, so now let us take with this case, it is going to be this whole part, whole bar, because it is a NOT gate. So I am going to take this particular case, AB whole bar, and it is going to be into, you can say, C plus D whole bar. Now you can apply the De Morgan's law. That means basically if you are applying the De Morgan's law, so I can say break the line, change the sign. If you are breaking the line and changing the sign, automatically it will be basically A double bar, and this into will become plus, followed by this is going to be C plus D whole bar. Again, if I apply, since from basically from De Morgan's law, break the line, change the sign, in the sense you can say, suppose if I am breaking this line, automatically this multiplication will be converted into plus. Now coming to the next case, this is going to be A double bar, which is going to be both the terms is going. You can also even take this particular case, A double bar into, you can take here C plus B whole bar. Okay, and then even you can take this particular case in this format. You can write here, this is going to be if you have taken, so this can also be taken as C bar into D bar, you can take here, and this is plus. So C bar plus D bar you can take here, and this can also be taken as AB, which can also be taken as AB, and also it can be written as Y is equals to, you can write here A bar plus B bar, also you can write here plus C bar plus D bar you can write here, so that it will become AB double bar you can get here. So due to that reason, you will be getting the second option as a correct answer for this one. Okay, let us go for the next question. So now in the next question, you will be getting here, using a simple pendulum experiment, G is determined by measuring its time period. Which of the following plot represents the correct relation between the pendulum length and the period time? So time period. So basically this is basically on the basic formula. What is the formula for the time period of the simple pendulum? So time period of the simple pendulum is nothing but T is equals to 2 pi into root L by G. If any student found that this question is very easy, and if they did they might have done the silly mistake in this case. So what we have to do, because he is asking the graph in between 1 by T square versus L. So firstly we will do squaring on both the sides. When I am doing squaring on both the sides, so you can take here t square is equals to, you can take here 4 pi square into L by G. With this case, I can say t square is directly proportional to L. He said us to plot the graph between 1 by t square as well as L, you are able to see here. So I would like to make this part as reverse. So I can take here 1 by t square is proportional to 1 by L. And now here the length which he mentioned is nothing but the options are in terms of capital L. So this should be basically taken as capital L only. So I can write this particular part. Once again, I'm writing this here. 1 by t square is proportional to 1 by capital L. Since small l is equals to, you can take here as capital L. So you can take here 1 by t square can also be taken as, this whole function can be taken as y, and this function as taken as x. So can you take y is inversely proportional to x? You can take here. If y is inversely proportional to x, no doubt it is going to be a rectangular hyperbola. So which means your first option will be the correct answer for this one. I hope everyone got this part. Now let's go for the next question. And now in the figure shown, okay, there is no figure, and I have received this from the student side. So that is, there is one ammeter here, and followed by that there is one EMF of the cell battery is being connected, which is equals to 18 volts. That is these already are memory based question. And from here there was one inductor which is of 4 ohms, and then 9 ohms of resistor is being connected, and this is nothing but 4 henries actually. Followed by this again they have connected one 9 ohms of resistor, followed by this again there was 4 henry, and again 9 ohms of resistor was connected. So this is based on the input that I have taken from the student has given. So this is basically 9 ohms, and this is 4 henry, and again this is nothing but 9 ohms. So now few students are saying that it was like 8 volts, as a few students are saying as it was 18 volts. So we are going with the standardized, just focus on the procedure how we have to do. Basically when the t is equals to 0, find the reading of the ideal ammeter. So at t is equals to 0, we can say it as a, when the switch is closed, basically here you might have the switch. So at t is equals to 0, we can take it here, inductor will behave like an open circuit. If an inductor is behaving like an open circuit, so you can take this particular case here, and you can take this as ammeter A I am taking here, and this is nothing but 18 volts of supply. Followed by this will behave like an open circuit, and this 9 ohms resistor will be there, and again you will be having here one 9 ohms of resistor. Followed by this again you will be having one open circuit. If it is an open circuit, so there is no use of this particular case. This is also 4 ohms, this is also 4 ohms. So indirectly there is no use of this particular 4 ohms, while there is a use of this 9 ohms followed by this 18 volts. So as usual you can say only thing which is being involved in this circuit is nothing but this 9 ohms followed by this ammeter and the 18 volts. So I can take here that the current will be equal to, for this particular case, current will be equal to, I is equals to what we can say, V by R. So V is nothing but 18, and R is basically nothing but the only resistance which is working here is nothing but 9 ohms. So which can also be taken as I is equals to, you can take here as 2 amperes. Directly the current which is flowing in this circuit at t equals to 0, when the switch is being closed, that is equals to how much? 2 amperes. So these are the questions which has been received from the student side. Further more questions will be discussing further as we'll be receiving from the other side. Now the next part is nothing but chemistry sir is going to continue the rest of the questions which we have received from the student. One more thing, that these questions all are memory based questions. This might be the same model has been came, or same question has been came, so completely memory based. You can the next shift student can take the advantage of these models and work on the next shift perfectly. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hello, students. Yeah, this is the Venkateshwara Sangha, Senior Chemistry Faculty, Resonance, Hyderabad. Yeah, continuation of chemistry. Yeah, some more questions we received from students. Now, comparative to yesterday, today's papers are little bit lengthy, calculations are there in today's paper compared to previous day, including morning shift and this shift also, but all are concept based. So learn concepts, revise all formulae, And based on the students' reports, we framed some more questions. Here, the correct IUPAC name for the following compound. This is ester given. So number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Root word is hept N plus O8. This is the substituent 1, 2, 3. So propyl is substituent, and here bromide is substituent at second carbon, and methyl is substituent at fifth carbon. So 2 bromo is substituent, and 5 methyl is substituent, and root word is heptanoate. So 2 bromo 5 methyl heptanoate. Here it is N-alkyl alkanamine. N-alkyl alkanoate. Yes, this is propyl. So propyl 2 bromo 5 methyl heptanoate. This is from IUPAC nomenclature. Yes, ester compound, right? Next one, volume ratio of decimolar NH4OH and decimolar Cl to give a solution of pH 9.25 at 25 degrees Celsius is x to 1. Find x value, pKb given. This is from ionic equilibrium. In the previous sessions also they gave ionic equilibrium question. Compulsory one of the question they are giving from ionic equilibrium. So ionic equilibrium and pH topic. Now NH4OH plus HCl. NH4OH weak base, HCl strong acid. It forms NH4Cl plus H2O. As per given volume ratio of decimolar and decimolar. Yes, and x is to 1 given. So its volume is x. Its volume is 1. So number of milli equivalents will be under standard conditions 1, 1, 1, 1. Next, volume is x, molarity is 0.1. So normality also 0.1. So 0.1x means 10 power minus 1x. Yes, 10 power minus 1x. HCl molarity 0.1. So normality also 0.1. Volume is 1. So 10 power minus 1, 0, 0. It is 10 power minus 1 reacted. So here 10 power minus 1x minus 10 power minus 1 reacted. Then it is 0, 0. After reaction, it is 0. It is 10 power minus 1x minus 10 power minus 1. It is 10 power minus 1. What is the pH formula? It is pH or pOH. It is basic solution. So pOH equal to pKb plus log over concentration of salt NH4Cl by concentration of base NH4OH. So pOH value, pH is 9.25, pOH will be 4.75 and pKb value is given as 4.75 plus log over NH4Cl is 10 power minus 1. NH4OH is 10 power minus 1x minus 10 power minus 1. 10 power minus 1x minus 10 power minus 1. So it is 0 equal to, these two gets cancelled. So 10 power log 10 power minus 1 by 10 power minus 1 common, x minus 1. So these two also gets cancelled. So 1 by x minus 1 equal to 10 power 0. So 1 by x minus 1 equal to 1. So x equal to 2. Yes. So here x value is 2. So answer for this question is 2. This is little lengthy calculation. Next one. Reaction with glucose. Yes. Some oxidizing is given, hydroxylamine given, acetic acid, acetic anhydride is given, excess of acetic anhydride. This is from biomolecules, particularly carbohydrates topic. This is one of the important topic. Now, in this properties of glucose, NCRT, all these things are from NCRT. Here hydroxylamine, bromine water, acetic anhydride. Acetic anhydride forms acetic anhydride with glucose forms glucose pentaestate. Next to concentrated HNO3. It forms saccharic acid, both groups oxidized. Next to hydroxylamine. It forms glucoxime. Yes. CHO group converts into CH double bond NOH. Next to bromine water. So it converts into gluconic acid. Yes. One is mild oxidizing agent, one is strong oxidizing agents. So 4, 1, 2, 3. So option 1. Next one. Yeah. This is from alkene on reductive ozonolysis. It's one of the easiest question in the organic chemistry. Reductive ozonolysis. Even ozonolysis just given, that is also reductive ozonolysis, or clearly mentioned reductive ozonolysis. So what is the reagent? First step ozone, second step zinc plus water, right? So on reductive ozonolysis gives methanol. Methanol means meth plus n plus aldehyde. So CH2 double bond O. Methanol. Very simple trick. It is just upon cleavage of double bond. Anything. Reductive ozonolysis if they asked. Anything. This general thing. Just to cleavage this. First step ozone. Second step zinc plus water. It is reductive ozonolysis. Just to cleavage this and add oxygen right side and left side. Oxygen plus here oxygen. Here CH2. So here CH2. Here hydrogen present on this carbon. Here hydrogen present. Just to cleavage it, add oxygen, one oxygen right side, one oxygen left side. Right. Now, this is upon reductive ozonolysis. On reductive ozonolysis, just to cleavage this bond. Now here it becomes double bond O, and here it becomes double bond O. Here 1, 2, 3. Next, it is also upon reductive ozonolysis, it is only double bond present here. So upon reductive ozonolysis, it forms cyclohexane ring. Here CH2, CH double bond O plus here double bond CH2. It is methanol. The question is, which is methanol? So option number 2 is correct. Here also just cleavage here and oxygen above, oxygen below. Here also cleavage here, oxygen above, oxygen below. Here what we are getting here? Just see this. So we are getting ethanol. So here we are getting ethanol. Upon reductive ozonolysis, CH double bond O plus C double bond OHCH3. It is ethanol. This is methanol. Meth plus N plus all methanol. Just cleavage the double bond, add oxygen, one oxygen left side, one oxygen right side. Right? Is the easiest question in the paper. Next question. Consider the following data. Here, sodium and chlorine give sodium chloride in single step and sodium to sodium chloride in multi-step. This is from periodic table, thermochemistry, all these things you can take, chemical bonding, combination question. This is Born-Haber cycle and Hessla concept. This is numerical part. It may take time, but we can solve easily this type of questions because concept is simple. There will not be any controversials also. So here in single step they gave sodium plus half Cl to give NaCl. So sodium plus Cl2 gives NaCl. Half mole of Cl2 is enough because 1 Cl is enough in this product. So half mole of Cl2 is enough. This is solid. This is the gaseous. This is the solid. Single step energy is given as delta H equal to minus 411. Remember 411 kilojoules per mole. Minus means liberated. Next to sodium solid becomes sodium gaseous. So sodium gaseous. Then it is 107 given. All are in the same units, kilojoules. It is also in kilojoules. No issue with the units. Next to sodium gas converts into sodium ion given. Sodium gas converts into sodium ion is 502. Next to half Cl2 becomes Cl. Cl2 become 2Cl. Very interesting thing this is. Because 1 Cl2 molecule become 2 Cl atoms, 242 kilojoule per mole. Generally students doing mistake in this part only. Because only half Cl2 is enough. So half bond dissociation energy is enough. Because it is Cl bond Cl become 2 Cl atoms. It is 242 kilojoules. Half Cl2 is enough. So it will be half of this, half of 242. Next to Cl becomes Cl minus. Then Cl becomes Cl minus is 355 minus given because it is exothermic. 355 kilojoules. Here it is plus because endothermic. Next it is also plus endothermic. What is first step? It is sublimation. Next this is ionization. Both are endothermic. Next here bond dissociation. It is also endothermic. It is electron gained, so energy liberated, so negative because it is exothermic. Next to sodium plus chloride gaseous. It is also gaseous. Becomes sodium chloride. It is delta H5. It is lattice energy equal to question mark. This is based on Hessla. Single step energy equal to multi-step energy. So single step energy is minus 411 equals to multi-step energy, it is 107 plus 502 plus it is half of 242, 121 plus it is minus 355 plus lattice energy. Upon solving this lattice energy, you are getting 786 kilojoules per mole. Okay. This is calculation maybe appears to be tough, but if you know basic concept, directly we can solve. It takes time, but we can solve 100% accurately. There will not be any problem. Generally, in the case of chlorine only, here half bond dissociation is enough. Next, this is the exothermic. This is the exothermic. Remaining all are endothermic. Yeah, it's okay, students. Yeah, remaining questions after receiving we will discuss continuously. Next, yeah, Max sir is coming. Hello, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so now we discuss the mathematics portion. Now they give the equation x minus ny plus z equal to 6, x minus n minus 2 into y plus n plus 1 z equal to 8, n minus 1 z plus y plus z equal to 1. Let n equal to n is the number on the dice when rolled randomly, then probability that system of equation has unique solution is k by 6, then the sum of value of k and all possible value of n. So by the way, this is the equation where they give system of equation but they attach with the probability. So we need to find first probability that system of equation has unique solution. We apply the condition of system of equation having unique solution, that is delta is not equal to 0. Then from there we get the value of k, and also we will get all possible value of n. We need to find where n is any number appeared on the dice when you throw it. Okay, so just a second. Okay, now I'm going to use delta is not equal to 0. That is the condition of unique solution. Now if you find the delta, coefficient of x 1 minus n 1, then 1 minus of n minus 2 minus n plus 2, then n plus 1, coefficient of x here is 0, and n minus 1 1. This should not be equal to 0. Okay, if we expand it with respect to c1, I'm going to expand 1 into minus n plus 2 minus n minus 1 into n plus 1, that is n square minus 1, then minus 1 into minus n minus of n minus 1, so minus n plus 1. This should not be equal to 0. Okay, now here if we simplify, minus n square we are getting. Now further this minus n and plus 2n, 2n minus n, that is equal to plus n. Okay, now further what is the constant term? 2 plus 1 3, 3 and again minus 1, so we are getting plus 2. Should not be equal to 0, minus common, n square minus n minus 2 should not be equal to 0. We are getting factors n minus 2 into n plus 1 should not be equal to 0, n should not be equal to 2 comma minus 1. Obviously we know n cannot be minus 1. Okay, because this is the number appeared on the dice, so n should not be equal to 2. So what are the possible value of n? We have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the possible value of n. And what they are asking, probability, that probability is k by 6, so that we have a number of solution, unique number of solution. So favorable are 5 and total is 6 on a dice, so 5 by 6. So if you compare, we are getting value of k as 5. Okay, 5 by 6 equal to k by 6, k equal to 5. Now we need sum of all possible value of n and k only. Now if we add these 10, 10, 20 and 24, what is the total sum? That is equal to 24. Okay, now coming to next question. Okay, so this is the question from the limit, and by the way this will be easy if you use expansion, because these all expansion we know. Okay, limit x tending to 0, they're asking this limit is equal to 2, then the a square plus b square plus c square. So first I'm going to write this denominator here. I need what is the minimum power of x in denominator. Okay, so that's same as we write in numerator, x cos x minus ln 1 plus x. X cos x 1 minus x square by 2 factorial. Remaining parts I'm not writing because I know that is not going to be cancelled. Ln 1 plus x, that is x minus x square by 2 further. Now here one x got cancelled out, okay, then minus x cube by 2 and a plus x square by 2. So finally this denominator is x square by 2 minus x cube by 2 or something else. It means minimum power is x square by 2. So in denominator I'm just going to write x square by 2 because once we take x square common, all other are going to be 0 only. Now in numerator we use expansion where I will write only terms till x square, because whatever terms we have greater than x power 2, those all are going to become 0 because maximum x square we can cancel. So e power x expansion 1 plus a minus 1 into x plus x square by 2 factorial a minus 1 square x square by 2 factorial, that is equal to 2. We need to write till x square only, plus 2 cos bx. Cos bx 1 minus bx square, b square x square by 2 factorial. Again I'm just writing till x square, then plus c minus 2 into e power minus x 1 minus x plus x square by 2, and this limiting value is equal to 2. Okay, so this is our equation and we need value of ABC. Now as x is tending to 0, limit x tending to 0, in denominator we have x square. So for this limit to be non-zero finite, in numerator minimum power of x need to be 2. So all the constant term coefficient of x has to be 0. So first constant term 1 here, then plus 2, 1 plus 2, and here c minus 2. That has to be 0. 2 cancel, we got c equal to minus 1. Okay, now the terms of coefficient of x, that also has to be 0. A minus 1, there is no x term, there is no, and here minus of c minus 2, that also has to be 0. C is equal to minus 1, it is minus 3 and minus plus 3 minus 1 is plus 2 equal to 0, a equal to minus 2. We got a and c, but we need b also. So what we do, we use limit. What will be the limit of this expression, polynomial by polynomial? That will be the ratio of coefficient of x square. In numerator, what is the coefficient of x square we have? A minus 1 whole square by 2. Then there is no x square. Here if we multiply, 2 got cancel out, minus b square. Then here if we multiply, what we are getting? C minus 2 by 2. Okay. Then in denominator we have coefficient of x square 1 by 2, that is equal to 2. Okay. Now further I am going to put the value. A is equal to minus 2, so it is minus 3, square is 9. 2 LCM, that 2 cancel out, 9. 2 came here, minus 2b square. Okay. Now further when you put the value of c, c is equal to minus 1, so it is minus 3. 2 we took LCM, so minus 3. After LCM, the 2 and 2 got cancel out, so equal to what we have? 2. Now it is equal to 6. 2b square is equal to 4. B square is equal to 2. Okay, and what actually they are asking? A square plus b square plus c square. So a square is equal to 4, b square is 2, and c square is 1. 4, 2, 1. And what is the total sum? 4, 2, 6, and 1, 7. Okay, so our answer is going to be 7. Now coming to next question. Let the domain of the function is alpha comma beta, then alpha plus beta. Okay, we need domain of this function. Automatically we compare. Okay, so just simply from the function, another questions of domain. In morning shift also they ask the question from domain, and here also. It means a domain is going to be important. Okay, so first we just apply the condition so that function defined, and at last we take the intersection for both. This log is defined. Whenever this is positive, it has to be positive. For this total to be positive as the base, actually this phi is in base, that base is greater than 1, this number has to be greater than 1. For this number to be greater than 1, this one should be less than 6, because if this will be less than 6, then 7 minus this one will be greater than 1. Okay, so log 2 x square minus 10x plus 85, it has to be less than 6. If this will be less than 6, this will be greater than 1. This will be greater than 1, this log will be positive and this log will define. If you take the anti-log, by the way, its d is negative, so it is already positive, so for that one I am not applying any condition. X square minus 10x plus 85 will be less than 2 power 6, that is 64. If we bring all same side, x square minus 10x, 85 minus 64, that is plus 21 less than 0. If you factorize x minus 3 into x minus 7 less than 0, we are getting value of x, that is belongs to 3 comma 7. Okay, so for 3 comma 7 this function will define. Now what about sine inverse? For sine inverse we know domain is minus 1 to plus 1, but as modulus is there, it cannot be negative, so just we use it has to be less than 1. So modulus of 3x minus 7, 17 minus x. Okay, Acha, by the way, here we write 17 minus x or x minus 17, both are fine, because it is modulus, so minus doesn't matter. It has to be less than 1 or equal to 1. Okay, now either I will use that this should lies between minus 1 and plus 1, or we just write this on as modulus of a less than equal to modulus of b. Okay, now to remove this modulus, I am taking square on both sides. Okay, if a and b are positive, a less than b, then a square also be less than b square. Okay, now this can be written as 3x minus 7 whole square directly, mod x square equal to x square. We bring this one in left, then x minus 17 whole square less than equal to 0. It looks like a square minus b square. We factorize it. First a minus b, 3x minus 7 minus x minus 17. So what we are getting? 2x minus 7 minus of minus 17. So what we are getting? Plus 10 into a plus b. If we add both 3x and x is 4x, minus 7 and minus 17, that is equal to minus 24, less than equal to 0. 4 common, 2 common, what we are getting? X plus 5, x minus 6 less than equal to 0. Achha, by the way, already we know that at last we need to take the intersection, and we got first x 3 to 7, it means it is positive. So this is going to be positive, because if we intersect with this one, because we cannot take any value less than minus 5, all are greater than 3. Okay, so this just simply x minus 6 has to be less than equal to 0, or even if you take the solution, then you will get minus 5 to 6. Now we take intersection of these both, what we are getting? X belongs to 3 to 6, and what they are asking? Alpha plus beta, that is equal to 9. Okay, so this was, you can say, average question. It might take time when you solve it, because in exam you might feel little bit pressure. Okay, now this is the question from the hyperbola. Okay, this one is normal only. As compared to conic section, they can get, you can get very much difficult questions also, but this was average. Okay, what they are saying, p10 comma 2 root 15 lies on the hyperbola. Okay, and the length of lattice rectum is 8, then the square of the area of the triangle ps1s2 is. Okay, so this is the hyperbola, and p is the point whose coordinate they give, that is equal to 10 comma 2 root 15. Okay, now one thing, S1 and S2 are the focus, S1 and S2 are the focus, and we need area of this triangle. Okay, so first if I use that, what actually I need, then area of triangle formula 1 by 2 base into height. Base is the distance between S1 S2, that is 2AE, and height is the perpendicular distance, y coordinate 2 root 15. Okay, this 2 to cancel, and what we are getting? AE into 2 root 15. Achha, by the way, what they are asking? They are asking the square of area. Okay, so finally if I find delta square, we need AE square into 4 into 15, 60. Okay, it means I need AE square, and AE square also can be written as A square plus B square. into 60 for the hyperbola. Okay, for ellipse it is a square minus b square, for hyperbola a square plus b square. It means I just need value of a square and b square. Okay, this point lies on ellipse, it must satisfy 10 square is the 100 by a square minus y square 2 root 15 square, 4 into 15, that is 60 by b square equal to 1. Length of lattice rectum, that is 2b square by a equal to 8. 2 4 time cancel, b square equal to 4a. Okay, let me put the value. Then 100 by a square minus 60. Okay, this was very easy. B square by that is 4a. 4a equal to 1. We got quadratic equation in a that we solve. Okay, now 1 minute. Let me use it and try. I need a value of a so that this difference is equal to 1. Okay, if I divide to 15, if a is 5, this is going to be 3. Okay, a square 25, this is going to be 4. 4 minus 3, 1. Okay, satisfying. So a just simply equal to 5. If a equal to 5, then b square is equal to 20. Okay, so a is 5, b square is 20. So what is the sum we got? A square plus b square, 25 plus 20, 45 into 60. And what is the 45 into 60? 6 into 45, that is 270, 2700. Okay. Okay, so this was the question from the hyperbola conic section, easy one. Now coming to next question. Okay, again question from the APGP based on simple application. It is also not a, this is also not a difficult. So this here till now they didn't ask any complex question from the APGP. It means sequence series. Please revise it very well. ABC are in AP. Okay, very good. Then A plus B plus C is equal to 1. As we know that ABC are in AP, A plus C equal to 2B. 2B and B, 3B equal to 1. What we got? B equal to 1 by 3. Acha, if B is 1 by 3, can I assume as ABC are in AP, A as 1 by 3 minus D and C as 1 by 3 plus D. Because ABC are in AP, for A I took minus D, for C I took plus D. Okay. Now we need D. For that one they give ABC are in GP. Sorry, A, 2B and C are in GP. We use the condition of GP. B square, 4B square equal to AC. Let me put the value. 4B square, B is 1 by 3. If we square this one, 1 by 9. So 4 by 9 equal to AC. If we multiply these, then A minus D, A plus D, A square minus D square, 1 minus 1 by 9 minus D square. From here, D square equal to 1 by 9 minus 4 by 9 minus 3 by 9. It means minus 1 by 3. Okay, here if you stuck here the D square you get as negative. How it is possible? Then option will tell you, because in option sum of these square can be negative also, na, because D can be imaginary also. Okay, so D square we got. Now what do you want? 9 times of A square plus B square plus C square. Okay, let me put the value. What is A square? 1 by 3 minus D whole square. What is B square? 1 by 3 square, 1 by 9. What is C square? C is 1 by 3 plus D, so 1 by 3 plus D whole square. Okay, now 9 times 1 by 9, 1 by 9, 1 by 9, 3 by 9, 1 by 3, minus 2 by 3D plus 2 by 3D cancel, 1D square, 1D square, 2D square. Now if we put the value, D square is minus 1 by 3, it is minus 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3. Okay, so this sum is minus 1 by 3, what we got? Minus 3. Okay, this is not taking time also. Okay, so this was the maths portion. Later we continue it. Now I request you, sir, to please join us.
Good evening to all of you. Myself, Raghavendra, Senior Faculty of Physics in Resonance Group. I'm going to discuss some questions of physics which one was asked in second session today. So in front of you, the first question is there. 5 positive charges, each having charge Q, are placed at the vertices of a pentagon as shown in the figure. They're asking you electric potential. They're asking you electric potential and electric field at the center. First, let us concentrate on electric potential. First, electric potential is a scalar quantity. It is work done in bringing unit positive charge from infinity to that point. If you will be taking superposition of a scalar quantity, it will be simple addition. Let us take this distance is r, this distance is r, this distance is r, this distance is r, this distance is r. So due to any one point charge q, electric potential at the center O will become 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r, right? Now, due to each one, it will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. How many charges you have? 5 you have. It means that V net will become 5 times of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. Let us see where it is. You have V equal to 5q by 4 pi epsilon naught r. Clear? Now, let us go for electric intensity or electric field at O. When you will go for electric field, it is a vector quantity. Now, electric field at O due to this 5 magnitude, if you will take for all, it will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r squared. But if you go for symmetry, due to symmetry, electric field at O will be 0. You take equilateral triangle. If I will take any equilateral triangle, or you take any square, you take any hexagon, if point charges are kept for any symmetrical figure, equal point charges are kept, then at the center, due to symmetry, electric field is 0. At this time, for here, all 5 corners, same charges are being kept. In this, more interesting question would be that at 4 corners, they would give 4 charges. 5th corner, they will not put any charge, and then they will ask you what will be net electric field. Perhaps you have seen that question. Then answer would be the net electric field due to 4 will be equal in magnitude, opposite in direction due to 5th point charge, where charge is not being kept at that corner. Means 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r squared. Here it is damn simple. Here you have a regular symmetrical pentagon, and all corners they are going to keep equal point charge. Distance of center is equal. So due to symmetry, net electric field at center will be 0. So our E net here, E net will be 0. Check here, E net is 0. So your answer is number 3. Now let us move to next question. You have three small identical bubbles of water having same charge Q. Let us take charge is Q on each bubble. On each collapse to form a bigger bubble, than the ratio of potential on one initial bubble and that on the resultant bigger bubble is, again, electric potential. You know that electric potential is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. The first, you take principle of conservation of space. If n number of bubbles will coalesce, what will be radius of new bubble? So I will have 4 by 3 pi r cube will be equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube into n. So r will become equal to n to the power 1 by 3 r. Here, n they have given you 3. So your r will become equal to 3 to the power 1 by 3 r. Now charge. If you will take conservation of charge, 3 identical bubbles are charged. If each bubble, I will take charge small q, you take better. Then bigger bubble charge, you take capital Q. It will become 3 into small q. So for bigger bubble, charge is 3q. And radius is 3, 1 by 3, 3 power 1 by 3 into r. Now, they're asking you ratio of potential of one initial bubble, means one smaller bubble, and then on the resultant bigger bubble. The V, if I will take one bubble, it will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. And then I will take V bigger bubble, this will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught capital Q by capital R. So let us remove this. Q by R, capital Q is 3Q by R, R is 3, 1 by 3R, Q R cancelled, you are getting 1 by 3 divided by 3 power 1 by 3 is 3 2 to the 2 by 3. Check the ratio of electric potential of one bubble and one big bubble which is formed due to coalescing of 3 smaller bubble, that is 1 is to 3 to the power 2 by 3. 1 is to 3 to the power 2 by 3. That is the answer for this question. Simple. Electric potential you have taken, radius relation you have taken. That is capital R equal to n to the power 1 by 3 into R. That is also very, very important for this problem, a simple problem. Now, let us move to next question. Two balls, they have given you a figure in which there is a rod of mass m. This rod has mass m and length L, okay? And two balls are there. One ball is coming from upper side. It has mass 2m and it is hitting at a distance L by 4 from the center. One small bubble is there, mass is m, it is also coming with velocity v, but it is hitting at the end. Check this, rod is hinged at the center, means no external torque is acting. You know principle of conservation of linear momentum and conservation of angular momentum. For conservation of linear momentum, net external force would be 0. Then only linear momenta of entire physical system will remain constant. For conservation of angular momentum, net external torque must be 0. No external torque will be acting, then angular momentum will be conserved. Here, in this particular problem, net angular momentum is conserved. So what we will do, first we will find out what is initial angular momentum of the system And then we'll be finding final angular momentum of the system. From the principle of conservation of angular momentum, we'll make them equal. Whatever they are asking, we will be thinking after that. First, let us concentrate on initial angular momentum of the system. For the rod is at rest. So no angular momentum. The angular momentum will be due to 2m. I'm writing now L initial, MBR formula you are using. The 2m, V is there, and it is L by 4. This is for the ball having mass 2m. And due to this, it will be m v L by 2. Clear to you? So L initial, how much you got? You got mv L by 2 plus mv L by 2. Clear? This is becoming equal to mvl. Half plus half is 1. The initial angular momentum of entire system becomes mvl. Now you see what they say, that the balls are sticking to the rod. So now angular momentum will be having due to rod and the two balls which have sticked. So my L final, if I go, this will become I net into omega. Now I net, you have two particles. They have not given you radii of the ball. You will treat ball as a particle. So this particle is situated here. I will go for I net. First, for this ball, mr squared formula you are using. That is 2m and L by 4 squared, mr squared. For the rod, this will become ml squared by 12. And for this ball, it is m L by 2 squared. Okay, how much you are getting? This is ml squared. This is 16, here it is 2. This will be 8 plus ml squared by 12 plus ml squared by 4. Now, if you take LCM, it is 24, it is 3, this is 2, this is 6 ml squared. I am getting now I net, this is equal to 11 by 24 ml squared. Clear to you? This is net moment of inertia of this rod with the particles. Now I will go for L final. L final, this will become I net into omega 11 by 24 ml square omega. Now you are using principle of conservation of angular momentum. L initial must be equal to L final. Your L initial is mvl. L final is 11 by 24 ml square omega. 1L is cancelled, 1m is cancelled. They are asking you V by omega. V is already here. Omega you bring here, right? So you got V omega here. It is 11 L by 24. 11 L, they have given you 8 meter, means 8 by 24. 8 3 times, this will become 11 by 3. Let us check the answer. The ratio of V and omega is 11 by 3. Your answer is number 2, 11 by 3. Is it clear to you? Now, let us move to next question. A gas undergoes, once check it, a gas undergoes a process in which state variable changes from the first state, second state I am keeping. First state, pressure they have given you P1, 1 atmosphere, right? Volume V1, 60 milliliter, and temperature T1, 27 degrees centigrade, to 27 plus 273, that is 300 Kelvin. Clear? The P1, 1 atmosphere, V1, 60 milliliter, T1, 300 Kelvin. Clear? Now go for state 2. They have given you pressure P2 as P atmosphere. Check here. Units are different. No need to convert or change into MKS or SI, because both sides units will be same. So I am going to keep same unit. If pressure is in atmosphere, let it be in atmosphere. No need to take 1 atmosphere equal to 1.023 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square. No need. Let it be in atmosphere. V2, they have given you 30 milliliter, and T2, they have given you 77 degrees centigrade. You add 273, it is 0.53 Kelvin, 350 Kelvin. Now, you use ideal gas equation. P1 V1 by T1, P2 V2 by T2. Now, P1 is 1, V1 is 60, T1 is 300, P2 is P. Our answer will be in atmosphere. They have given you all the answers in atmosphere only. V2 is 30, and T2 they have given you 350, right? Now, if I take this, so 30 2 times, 0, 0 cancelled, 5, 7 times. So P will become how much? 2, 3 times. So our P will become 7 here, 7 by 3 atmosphere. Check answer, 7 by 3 atmosphere is already here. A simple problem, you have taken P1 V1 by T1 equal to P2 V2 by T2. We'll check the calculation. 32 times 2 you have taken, here 0 you have cancelled, okay? 5, 7, 6 times, and 2, 3 times. 7 by 3 atmosphere, that's answer number 3. Now, let us move to next question. A light range incident, they have shown you figure. There is a glass slab. A light range incident, and it is refracting. If they have not told from which medium to which medium, let us suppose this is medium 1, this is medium 2, right? Medium 1 and 2. If a light ray is refracted, it is happening due to variation in velocity. And velocity is changing due to change in wavelength. You know, maybe mechanical wave or maybe electromagnetic wave. When a wave moves from one medium to other medium, frequency will never change. Velocity will be directly proportional to wavelength. Due to change in wavelength, only velocity of wave is changing. So I usually say to the children to mug up a formula. Here, 1 mu 2 equal to C1 by C2. Undoubtedly, if this angle you will be taking I and R, then here 1 mu 2 also you will take sine I by sine R. Right? It will be more better to remember it in this way. If 1 and 2, this angle I1 you take, this angle I2 you take, this will be sine I1 by sine I2 equal to C1 by C2 equal to lambda 1 by lambda 2, because frequency remains constant. Frequency does not change. If frequency will change, it means energy will change. You cannot stop energy in one side of the medium. Whatever energy is there in 1 second, the same amount of energy will be bypassing. So frequency must remain constant. And this is equal to 1 by 2 mu 1. Already you know all this. And this is equal to mu 2 by mu 1. Are you understanding me? Here, I'm going to take 1 mu 2 equal to lambda 1 by lambda 2. Wavelength of refracted ray means this quantity they have given you lambda 2. The lambda 2 they have given you 520 nanometer. I'm not again going to convert the unit because all the answers they have given you in nanometer only. So let it be 520 nanometer. And what they are asking you, simple question, wavelength of incident ray. If you have mucked up this formula, 1 mu 2 equal to sine I1 by sine I2 equal to C1 by C2 equal to lambda 1 by lambda 2 equal to 1 by 2 mu 1 equal to mu 2 by mu 1, guaranteed in every exam one problem is coming based on this. Any one pair guaranteed they will ask. Here I'm just using 1 mu 2 equal to lambda 1 by lambda 2. They are asking me lambda 1. So simple. So 1 mu 2, they have given you 3 by 2. And this one is equal to lambda 1. Lambda 2 is 520. So lambda 1 will become 520 into 3 by 2. 2, this is 60, 260, 780 nanometer. Let us check where is the answer. It is 780 nanometer is here. Your answer is number 2. I hope you understood it clearly. Now, my other colleague for other subject, he will be coming and he will explain you other questions. Thank you.
Okay. Hi all. Let us discuss remaining part of the chemistry, what we got from the students. So first question I have, statement kind of question. Right, what is the question they asked? Nitrogen is most electronegative element, and antimony is the least electronegative element in the group 15. Yeah, you people should by heart the En values of the 15th group elements, because there is one exception is there. Here I have nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. These two having the same En value. Almost same En value is exhibited by the antimony and bismuth. Nitrogen, what is the En value? 3. What is the phosphorus? 2.1. Here, what is the arsenic? 2. And both are having the, what is the En value? 1.9. Both are having the same and it is least value. Yes, first statement is correct. Among the 15th group element, nitrogen is the most En element. And antimony or bismuth are having the least En value. Then first option is correct. And N2O3 is the acidic in nature. Obviously, it is non-metallic oxide. Non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. Okay. And Sb2O3 is amphoteric in nature. Yes, obviously, As2O3. Right, Sb2O3. In general, metalloid oxides are amphoteric in nature. Metalloid oxide, metal oxide, in general I am saying, metal oxides are basic in nature, non-metal oxides are acidic in nature, metalloid oxides are amphoteric in nature, as N2O3 as a non-metal oxide, acidic in nature, 100% right. Sb2O3 is amphoteric in nature, has 100% right. Statement 1 is correct, statement 2 also correct. Both statements are right, right? Both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Option 1 is the answer for this question. Let us move to next question. Okay, this question they asked from the 15th group elements and chemical bonding, acidic nature, basic nature of oxides, right? And next question they asked from the chemical bonding and somewhat moderate question we can say, or easy question we can say. They asked the question from the dipole moment. Least dipole moment in the following species. Given the chloroform, dipole moment is vector quantity, right? Right? Right. This vector quantity towards more electronegative atom. All are similar side, same side. So here no cancellation is there. In the NF3, here we have, what is the direction of vector quantity? Less electronegative atom to more electronegative atom. Here we have NF3. Here we have lone pair. So always vector quantity direction should be towards lone pair. Here somewhat, not almost cancellation takes place. So somewhat cancellation takes place between this vector quantity and this vector quantity. That means here dipole moment is somewhat decreases. Here that kind of decrement is not observed in the case of chloroform. When you take the H2S, when you take the H2O, you can see here. Here we have the two lone pairs. This is the vector direction. This is the, all vectors are added up, right? In the case of NH3, here also what happened? This is the direction of vector. Here this is the direction, this is the direction. Here also no cancellation is there. That means among the given compounds, least dipole moment exhibited by the NF3, right? How many number of lone pairs are present on the central atom which exhibits the least dipole moment? So in NF3, how many lone pair electrons are there? One lone pair, right? One lone pair electron is there. Then let's move to next question. Which of the following will behave as strong reducing agent? This question asked from the electrochemistry, right? Electrochemistry. So this is basic funda, you people should know. What is that? Higher is the SRP. Higher is the SRP. Lower is the reducing power. Lower is the SRP. Lower is the SRP. Higher is the reducing power. That means that is the strong reducing agent. Simply you can remember like this, right? RP is inversely proportional to RP. Reduction potential is inversely proportional to reducing power. Right, they given reduction potential value Al plus 3 to Al, that is reduction potential, CO plus, all are reduction potential values. Among the given values, here this one having the lowest reduction potential, then what is the best reducing agent? Answer will be aluminum. Simple. Easy question. Next, let us move to next question. Which of the following is the correct IUPAC name of the complex? What are the ligands? What is the complex? Complex is cationic complex. Cationic complex. What is the oxidation state? 2, 0, 0, minus 2, 2. And what are the ligands we have? Triphenyl phosphine, yes, and we have the water. What is the name? Triaqua. Already tri is there in the name of ligand, then you have to use the tris. Triphenyl phosphine, right? Nickel, not nickelate, because it is the what complex? Cationic complex. We should not add the 8 as the suffix to the metal. Nickel. What is the oxidation state? 2 chloride. What is the complete name? Triaqua, tris, triphenyl phosphine, nickel 2 chloride. What is correct one? First option is correct one. So question is from, you know that, complex compounds. Very easiest question from the IUPAC nomenclature. Okay, right? What is the name? Triaqua, tris, triphenyl phosphine, nickel 3 chloride. You can eliminate this one. You can eliminate this one. Why? Because here oxidation state they given 3, right? Here they not follow the alphabetical order. You can remove this one also. Then this is the correct one, right? Next, let's move to next question. First ionization enthalpy of chromium is greater than manganese. Second ionization enthalpy of chromium is less than manganese. How to decide ionization enthalpy? Because in the deep black elements, they not follow the regular trends. Those elements not follow the regular trends in the ionization energy. In some cases, Z effective increases. In some cases, sigma increases, sigma decreases. In some cases, both are dominates equally. Z effective dominates, sigma. We can't decide directly, but this question we can solve by observing the electronic configuration. By observing the electronic configuration, what is the electronic configuration of chromium? 4s1. 3d5. What is the manganese? 4s2, 3d5. Okay, here we have the fully filled s orbital, here half filled s orbital. So here it has the less ionization energy, it has the high ionization energy, because this is same. Here removal of electron from here is more difficult. Then ionization energy in the manganese is more, not in chromium. Then option what they given? First ionization enthalpy of chromium is greater than Mn is wrong. Let us discuss second ionization enthalpy is chromium is less than. What is the second ionization enthalpy? 4h0, 3d5. What is the Mn? 4s1, 3d5. Now removal of electron from the Cr plus 1 is very difficult, because it has the filled electronic configuration. Symmetrical electronic configurations are stable electronic configuration. In such cases, removal of electron requires large amount of energy. In this case, second ionization enthalpy of chromium is greater than manganese, but they given chromium is less than that of manganese. This is wrong statement. First statement is wrong, second statement is wrong. That means both statements are incorrect. Option 2 is the correct one. Both statement 1 and 2 are incorrect. Let's move to next question. Yeah. Again, they given the question from the quantitative analysis of organic compound. Jayaldal's method, very, very important method. They asked to find out the percentage of nitrogen, quantitative analysis. Okay, direct formulas. I will give the simple tricks to find out the percentage of nitrogen in the Jayaldal's method. You people should remember these formulas, you can easily solve. If in the question only acid data given, only data of acid given, then you can take formula like 1.4 into normality of acid into volume of acid by weight of organic compound. This is the one formula we have to find out the percentage of nitrogen in the Jayaldal's method. Right, what is the another formula? If in the given question both acid and base data, actually it is the based on back titration. No? I'm not going to be discuss the total back titration, whatever. I'm only discussing about formula, how to apply the formula. Right? Here, if in the given question we have the only acid data, you can use the formula. What is the percentage of nitrogen in Jayaldal's method? 1.4 into normality of acid into volume of acid by weight of organic compound. If both data they given, acid and base, it is back titration. Okay, 1.4 into normality of acid, volume of acid minus normality of base into volume of base by weight of organic compound. Actually, in this case, percentage of nitrogen we determined based on the what nana, percentage of nitrogen we decide based on milli equivalents of ammonium gas evolved. Okay, later we discuss about that total process. Right, in the given question, when 1 gram of compound is subjected to Jayaldal's method for estimation of nitrogen, 15 ml of 1mH2SO4 was neutralized by the ammonia evolved. The percentage of nitrogen in compound. So in the given question, they given only acid data. So you can select this formula to solve the problem. Then percentage of nitrogen is equals to 1.4 into normality means what? But here they not given the normality, they given the molarity. Normality is equals to molarity of acid into n factor into volume of acid given by weight of organic compound. Then percentage of nitrogen is equals to 1.4 into what is the molarity of acid? 1 into n factor is 2, H2SO4 n factor is 2, volume of acid is 15 ml given by 1. Upon solving, percentage of nitrogen is equals to 1.4 into 30, percentage of nitrogen is equals to 42. Option 3 is the correct one. Right? Next, right. The dibromo compound of molecular formula C9H10Br2 when heated with excess sodamide. Okay, here I have the P. What is the formula? C9H10Br2 treated with sodamide followed by treated with dilute HCl gives Q. On warming with Q with mercury sulfate and dilute H2SO4. Okay, gives yield R. R gives the positive iodoform. This is the hint we have to identify. That R, that yield R gives the positive iodoform test. That means this R having the methyl ketone group. Methyl ketone group. First, you have to find out the degree of unsaturation of this compound. Actually, they should mention what kind of compound they given, whether it is benzenoid compound or non-benzenoid compound, whatever it may be. We are expecting like this. The compound having the what? The R. Yield having the COCH3 group because it gives the positive iodoform test. Negative tolerance test also they mentioned. Tolerance test does not given by the compound. Then C9H10 9 plus 1 minus 10 plus 2 by 2. 10 minus 6. What is the degree of unsaturation? 4. Maybe it is benzenoid compound. Right. P may be benzenoid, and you people how to expect the molecule they given here: mercuric sulfate, dilute sulfuric acid, and here they given the NaNH2. By observing these reagents, it must be alkyne. This Q may be alkyne. This is the hydrolysis of alkyne reaction. Okay, so we can take like this Br, and here I take the like this Br. If I take like this, okay, here you can put CH3 wherever it may be, right? Then treated with NaNH2, okay, minus HBr 2 moles. What you get? Alkyne. Okay, this is upon hydrolysis. What you get? You get the compound like this. Okay, OH double bond O, enol undergoes the tautomerism. Then what you get? Ketone. Yes, this compound gives the negative tolerance test and a positive iodoform test. That means this is the R. This is upon iodoform test. NaOH iodine. This part will become iodoform. This part will become sodium salt of carboxylic acid. That means compound, that P is this compound. Question is not clear. They will ask something like that, but we got the question from the students, and it is the lengthy question. Question is not much easy. It is difficult question. You can take it as a difficult question, right? Next question. Let's move to next question. Yeah, this question from the chemical kinetics. Chemical kinetics. Yeah, this is easy question. Okay. Consider two reactions having the same pre-exponential factor A at same temperature. Temperature also same. Okay. What is the relation they given? They given in first reaction EA1, in the second reaction EA2. What is the relation between the activation energy 1 and activation energy 2? EA1 is equals to 5 EA2. So we know that K1 for first reaction, K1 is equals to A into e power minus EA1 by RT. K2 is equals to A into e power minus EA2 by RT. According to answers, they asked the ratio of K1 and K2, then take ratio of K1 and K2. And pre-exponential factor is same, then both are cancelled. Here should not take T1, T2 because they mentioned these two reactions are present at same temperature. Then upon doing the K1 by K2, what will we get? K1 by K2 is equals to e power minus EA1 by RT into e power EA2 by RT. Okay, K1 by K2 is equals to e power minus EA1 plus EA2 whole by RT. Okay, what is the relation they given? EA1 is equals to 5 EA2, which means EA2 is equals to 1 by 5 EA1. Substitute the values. K1 by K2 is equals to e power minus EA1 plus 1 by 5 EA1, because EA2 is equals to 1 by 5 EA1. Okay, what you get? You get e power minus 5 plus 1. Okay, minus 4 EA1 by 5 RT. Okay, this is the answer. What is the ratio of K1 and K2? E power minus 4 EA1 by 5 RT. 5 RT, then answer is 3. Very, very easy question, right? Right. So, Vivek sir will continue, right? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, hello student. Hope all of you are doing well. So now we can discuss mathematics sum. As we can observe already here, कि mathematics paper are the lengthy and little bit difficult with respect to the first day, first and second session, and today is the second day, first session also. So among all the 4 session, we are seeing here that this is the last session, was last means the today evening session only. So today evening session paper was little bit lengthy and difficult, we can say. Yeah, now we can see this sum. See here, this sum belongs to the function. This sum belongs to the function a step function is given. As we know, for this one, integral part are there, so we can write like that. है ना? Integer is there, so we can take the outside this one. So what happened? This one, x square minus a step function of x minus 6. Can we write this one minus 3 step function of x, and this is the plus 2 step function of x minus 6. Now you can take the step function of x common from here. Then step function of x minus 3 plus 2 step function of x minus 3. So this is equal to, we can get here, a step function of x minus 3 into a step function of x plus 2. Now our function become this one. Here you can see is equal to be 0. So if is equal to be 0, so obviously is equal to become the infinite solution. Is equal to 3 and minus 2. So there are the so many value of the x, the things are going to be satisfied from 3 to 4. So x value greater than 3, less than 4, and x value less than minus 1, greater than equal to minus 2. So we can say it is the infinite number of the solution. So infinite number of solution it is there. So this is our the first option become correct only. And we have to be check other option also. We can check this one. Yeah, first option become the correct. Then that is only the correct thing only. If the infinite solution are given. By the way, this is the memory base is there. If this is the finite solution, so this option is not at all going to become correct. Then we have to be check the other option also. Memory based is there. Here maybe infinite, yeah, finite is there. So infinite is there. So this option become the correct. If finite, so that option is not at all correct. So once we can find the function, we can easily check the other option also. So now we can come to the next sum. Yeah. Adjoint A is equal to this one and B is equal to this one, and AX is equal to B is there. X is equal to x by z. We have to be find the x by z value from here. So how you can write? here you can check this one. Capital X is equal to, can you write A inverse and B? Capital X is equal to, how you can write, adjoint A by det A into B. We have to find the X value. So determinant of A, you can find from here. So determinant of A is equal to, B can get here the 10, and adjoint of A means 1 by 10, adjoint of A 4, 2, 2, minus 5, 0, 5, 1 minus 2, 3, and this you can multiply with the matrices B, which is the column matrix 3 cross 3 into 3 cross 1. So this will come the 3 cross 1 only, 1 by 10. Now you can multiply this one, 4, 4, 16, 2, 0. So this is the 20 will come. This you can check, minus 20, this becomes 0, and this one is equal to 10. So minus 20 plus 10 is equal to minus 10 we can get here. After that, here you can check 1. So 4, and this become the 0, 3 into 2, 6. So this become the 10. Value is equal to 2 minus 1, 1. This equate with the x, y, z. So we can get here the x, y, z value is equal to 2 minus 1 and 1. Our value is there. So sum of these things, x plus y plus z is equal to, x plus y plus z is equal to 2 minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So this sum is the very easy sum. So we can get here answer 2. Yeah. Now this sum belongs to the function chapter, first year only. From the functional equation, by seeing only, we can say the f of x in the terms of a to the power x is there. So now you can put here f of x is equal to a to the power x. One another things are there, information, so we can find the a value. Now you can put in place of x 1. So if we can put the value 1, a to the power 1 is equal to 7. So we can get here a value is equal to 7. So whatever our the f of x value is equal to 7 to the power x. Similar way you can find the b value also, g of x. So what is the g of x? G of x also is equal to b to the power x. One information are given. In that one, take the x is equal to 1 here. So g of 1 is equal to 1. So g of 1 is equal to b to the power 1, b, and this value is equal to 1. So we can get here b is equal to 1. Once we can get the b is equal to 1, so our this function g of x is equal to, by the way, constant term only. Means whatever the value of x, g of x is equal to 1. Now this value you can put here. So here you can put here summation of 7 to the power x, g of x 1 only. So x equal to 1 to n. It will come GP series. I think all of you of the GP first term 7 to the power n minus 1, number of term divided by 7 minus 1. This is equal to, value are given 1907. Now you can easily do the calculation and we can get the n value. If the calculation problem, so what you have to do, always first of all try to find the unit term. Your time is going to be saved there. Yeah. Now we can see the next sum. Oh, next sum is there from the integration. Some of the students may be the confused here, the what is the meaning of the float. Float means the greater integer and ceiling means the least integer. So float means the greater integer. Means this is given here like that. So what the value you can check here. This one 0 to 64 x to the power 1 by 3 dx plus 0 to 64 x to the power 1 by 3 a step function dx is there. Now we can find this value. So this is equal to x to the power 1 by 3 plus 1, and here 1 by 3 plus 1, this value from 0 to 64. Up now here we have to break the things. Why? Because this is the discontinuous function. So we can check here for which value of the x this thing is going to become an integer. So 0 to 1 we can take here. So 0 to 1, obviously 1 will come. Again 1 to 8. So 1 to 8, 1. Again 8 to 27. 8 to 27 we can take. So 2 to 3. So value will come the 2. After that next 27 to 64 means the 4 into 4 into 4. So 3 to 4. So this value is equal to, we can write here 3 dx. Now we are going to be calculate this one, easy calculation. So value we can get here the 348. Now the another part is here. By seeing only we can see we have to be apply here the King's rule. According to the King's rule, pi by 2. So I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 sine square x sine to the power 6x cos to the power 6x dx. Now once you can apply the King's rule, so here we can write I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 sine square. So pi by 2 minus x cos square x. Denominator is not going to be changed. Why? Sine become cos, cos become sine. So here we can write sine to the power 6x plus cos to the power 6x. Now you can add both. Once you are going to be add the both, so 2i is equal to 0 to pi by 2. Denominator are the same thing. Numerator becomes sine square x plus cos square x. That value is equal to be 1. So sine to the power 6x cos to the power 6x 2i 0 to pi by 2. Do one thing here. You can take the cos to the power 6x common. So we can get here sec to the power 6x 1 plus tan to the power 6x. Generally this tan x equal to t, by taking substitution method we can solve, but this thing is like identity we are using always. So I is equal to 1 by 2. That means the beta value is equal to 1 by 2 we can get here. We have to be find the alpha into beta square value. What we got the alpha value? 348. So alpha into beta square is equal to 348 and beta value 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 whole square 1 by 4. Now you can cancel this one. 8 and 7, 87. So our first option is going to become a correct. Hopefully all of you easily understand. Obviously here it will take little bit time for the calculation point of view. Yeah, now we can see the next sum. Yeah, this sum belongs to the binomial theorem. In this binomial theorem, C0 minus C1, C2, this one, I think here in this question 2 will come. So you can write here 1 plus x whole to the power n, and this is equal to C0 C1x C2x square plus C3x cube, so on. At the last term you can write here Cn xn. By the way, multiplication is there into the denominator. Whenever the series type of sum, multiplication in the denominator number is there, always we have to be think about the integration. Anything multiplication, then we have to be think about the differentiation. So first of all we can see here, you can take the integration of this one 0 to x. If we can take the 0 to x, 0 to x, so here this value is equal to 1 Yeah, x plus 1 whole to the power n plus 1 minus 1 by n plus 1. This we can get. Here this is equal to C naught x C1x whole square by 2 plus C2 x cube by 3 plus C4 C cube x power 4 by 4, so on this value will come. Now what you can do here, in place of x, you can put the minus 2. In place of x, if you can put the minus 2, how this idea will come, we have to put the minus 2, because here 2 is there, so that's why we are going to put here minus 2 plus 1 whole to the power n plus 1 minus 1 by n plus 1. This is equal to C naught is there minus 2, and this one will come plus C1 minus 2 whole square by 2 plus C2 2q by 3, by the way minus only here. Yeah, so on. Now you can see here C2 is there positive, C1 is there negative. So minus 2 you can take the common from here. If you can take the minus 2 common from here, so minus 2 C naught minus 2 C1 by 2. Okay, so here you can take the 2 into 2 by 2 only you can take. This value is equal to plus C2 3. So like that we can get the series here. Here this value is equal to, we can get here minus 1 to the power, so minus 2 by n plus 1, and from here minus 2, which we are going to be cancel. So whatever the value is there, this we have to be find, that value is equal to, we can get here 1 by n plus 1. So here 1 by n plus 1, so summation n is equal to 1 to 25. We can get here the p value is equal to, this value is equal to pn. So pn is equal to, we can get here 1 by n plus 1 whole square. I think here pn is there now. So this is the 1 by pn whole square is there. So n1 to 25 n plus 1 whole square. So now this becomes the very easy summation. You can put the value and you can get the answer easily for this one. Yeah, further if you want to be calculation, so you can do like that, where you can put the n value is equal to after the summation 25 and you can get the answer. This answer will come second option. Yeah, now we can come to the next sum. L be the line. This is the one of the line is given. This question belongs to 3D. S be the set of all the point ABC on the line L. So in this line, set of the ABC we can take. This set of the ABC is equal to what it will come from here. You can see this is equal to, you can assume the lambda. So this coordinate we can write 2 lambda minus 1, 3 lambda minus 1 and 6 lambda minus 3. And what they are saying, whose distance from the line this one, whose distance from the line this one along the line L. Along the line L, that means the both the DRs are the same thing only. So this DR is the 236. So here also DR we can take 236. We can write the general terms of this one from this line. This is equal to, we have assumed here the lambda, this equal to, you can assume the t. If you can assume the t, so 2t minus 1, 3t minus 1 and 9. We have to be find here the lambda value only. Once we can find the lambda value, so this only 2 lambda minus 1 is equal to A, 3 lambda minus 1 is equal to B, and 6 lambda minus 3 is equal to C is there. So how we can find? Just you can see the dr from this point, give some name of this point Mn. So drs of n, drs of Mn. Just you can subtract from this to that. So 2 lambda minus 2t minus 1 gone. 3 lambda again minus 1 gone. So 3 lambda minus 3t divide and 6 lambda minus 3 minus 9. So 6 lambda minus 3 minus 3 minus 9 minus 12. Most of sometime what the student are doing this one, this dr you can equate with this one, but both are the proportional ratio. We can't be equate. Proportionate this one, so you can take the 2 here, you can take the 3 here, and this is equal to what you can write 6. Now from here lambda minus t is equal to lambda minus t is equal to lambda minus 2. Now we can easily find the value from here. So what the value we can get from here? T value is equal to, we can get here, you can just see lambda minus t, so t value is equal to 2 we can get. So whatever the value we can get, again the same value from this one you can put here, and then this all you can add, and you can get the easily answer here. Yeah, now the another sum belongs to the straight line chapter only. That is the basic part of the straight line, you can say. We have to be check here ki which statement are the correct. Means here the two statement are given. We have to be check statement number 1, yeah, statement number 2 are correct or wrong. Yeah, both are the correct, yeah, both are the wrong. A and B are the two vertices of the triangle. Just you can draw the diagram of this one. A, B. So A coordinate is equal to 5 comma minus 1. B coordinate is minus 2 comma 3. And ortho center is given 0 comma 0. And the third vertex is this or not. We have to be check. Do one thing. What we can do here, if from the vertex we can connect to the ortho center, so that slope and this opposite side slope are the perpendicular. So this slope we can find here, minus 1 minus 0 by 5 minus 0. So this is the slope of the AH. So what we can get, the slope of the AH is equal to minus 1 by 5. Now we can find the slope of the BC. So what we can get, the slope of the BC is equal to here 3. So 10. And this one minus 2 and plus 4. So 10 by 2 is equal to 5. So we can get here the 5. So this and this become the perpendicular. Once again we can check ki others are also perpendicular is there or not. Because according to that we can say statement number 1 is the correct. But take little bit precaution, check another one also. If another one I am checking, so this value will come 3 minus 0 and minus 2 minus 0, this slope. Now we can check, take this slope. So minus 7 minus 1 is equal to minus 6 and minus 4, minus 5 minus 9. So this value is equal to, check it is coming or not. 3, 3, and this one is 3. Yes, this also will come minus 1. That means we can say our statement number 1 are the correct only. Next, a statement number 2 we can check here. In that one, it is there the positive number of the 2ABC are the 3 consecutive number in terms of the AP. In terms of the AP, so what we can write? 2B is equal to 2A plus C. 2B is equal to, B is there, 2A, B and C. Given this are the 3 consecutive terms of the AP is given. So what we can write here, the 2B is equal to 2A plus C we can write. This we can rearrange, 2A minus 2B plus C is equal to be 0. Now these are the concurrent or not at this point. You can check here. AX plus B by plus C is equal to be 0. X value from here 2, Y value minus 2, concurrent at the 2 comma minus 2, yes. So that means our statement number 2 is also correct only. So according to that we can say both the option are the correct only. Means the our here first option is a correct. So this question we can say like a easy sum only, less calculation. Yeah, so now we have discussed with you all the sum which we got already. Now is about the analysis part. So now we are going to see how many questions are the difficult, how many are the difficult sum and how many are the easy sum is there, and how many questions came from the 11th class and how many questions came from the 12th class, and whatever we are thinking question will came or not from the 3D vector. This all the things we are going to be analyzed right now. As you can see already, some of the question are the easy, some of the difficult, little bit lengthy paper also, yes. Yeah, we can get the question from the complex number, quadratic equation, area under the curve, function, statistics. Limit question was there, little bit if you can use the expansion formula, then this become the easy. Without expansion formula, so it is the time taken is there, limit question. Sequent and series we can observe easy sum only. Conic section also not much difficult it was there. Obviously different integration sum was the difficult sum, because in the first part you have to be solved that calculation, second part also are the calculative part is there. So we can keep that into the difficult only. Coordinate geometry, ortho center, this time because we have to be checked by finding all the value. 3D is there, the point and line. So obviously this question also little bit lengthy question we can say here. Function question is there like a mediocre only. So overall what we can find as written already in the board, few question was the difficult, few was the moderate question and few question was the easy. We can check here around whatever our analysis based on the 17 questions. So we can find based on this one 10 question from the 11th class, 10 question from 11th class we can find, and 7 question based on the 12th class. Based on this 17 question, more weightage are the 11th class only. Yeah. So this is the analysis part is there. Now physics sir is going to be come to discuss a few sum with you. Yes, sir.
Okay. Set C. So, hello everyone, my name is Vishal Sarva. I'm a physics faculty at Resonance Chola branch. So now let's discuss some remaining question for physics. So, okay. So the first question is from wave optics. The question says that which of the following is true for YDAC experiment. So basically all the options are related to fringe width. So we know the formula for fringe width, which is beta equals to lambda d by small D. Now let's check the options. First option says that fringe width increases if slit width is constant and wavelength is increased. So basically, beta is proportional to lambda if D is constant. So if lambda increases, beta will increase. So that is the first option. That means first option is true. So first statement is true. Second, if we see fringe width increases if slit width is constant and wavelength decreased, that is wrong. We have already proved it. So now third statement is fringe width increases if slit width is increased. Basically D is increased. So now we know beta is inversely proportional to D. So if D increases, beta will decrease, and if D decreases, beta will increase. So third statement is wrong, but if you see the fourth statement, fringe width increases is if slit width is decreased. So this is correct. So that means option 4 is the option 2 is the correct answer. First option and fourth statement. Now, if we see the next question. Okay, find speed of blocks when 2m mass has moved by 3.6 meter. 3.6 meter, initially system is at rest. So we have two block and one disk whose mass is 30m and radius is given 0.1 method. So again, it's a simple question, but yes, we can say the question, calculation will be lengthy, but it's a simple question. So we know that total energy conservation. So we know that change in kinetic energy will be negative of change in potential energy. So kinetic energy will be, let's say block is moving downward with v velocity. This block will move with v velocity and it will be in pure rotation motion, pure rolling motion. So it will be omega equals to v by r. Now we can solve the question. So change in kinetic energy will be half. Both mass are moving with same velocity. So 2m plus m v square plus rotational kinetic energy. So half I of disk will be half mr square. So 1 by 2, mass is 30m and r square into omega square. So omega square will be v square by r square, v square by r square. So that is the value of delta k. So r square cancel. So we have 3m v square by 2 plus 15 by 2 v square into m is also there. Now that this is equals to change in potential energy. So now 2m if moving h downwards, m is moving h distance upward. So total change in potential energy will be delta p will be minus 2mgh plus mgh. So it will be minus mgh. So now put this into this equation. So this equals to 3 by 2 plus 15 by 2 mv square equals to minus and minus of mgh. So mgh, m cancel, h is 3.6. So 10 into 3.6. So v square, so 3 plus 15 by 2 will be 18 by 2. V square equals to 36. So twice. So v will be 2 meter per second. So it's a simple formula based question. Yes, you have to do some calculation, but again it's a simple question based on the formula. So if we move to the next question. Okay, so next is in a photoelectric effect experiment, the maximum possible kinetic energy of the emitted photoelectron is 0. So Kmax is given 0. So Kmax is 0. So now we know the equation of photoelectric effect, H nu equals to Kmax plus phi, where phi is the work function. So Kmax is given as 0. That means phi is equals to h nu only. Then the question is find the nu frequency of incident photons. So nu will be phi by h. So phi is given 20 into 10 to power minus 19 joule, and h will be 6.6 into 10 to power minus 34. So when we solve, it will be approximately 3 and 10 to power minus 15. So second option is the correct answer. Again, simple formula based question. You can easily get plus 4 marks from this question. If you move to the next question. Okay, so next question is in a hydrogen atom shortest wavelength in Lyman series. So for that we should know Lyman series. N1 will be 1 and second series is, okay, so lambda 1 is 91 meter. Okay, so lambda 1 is 91 nanometer, and then longest wavelength in Paschen series. So Paschen series Partial series means for partial series n1 will be 3 and lambda 2 we have to find. Now we know that 1 by lambda equals to r 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So simply if we divide, so we can say 1 by lambda 1 equals to r. Now lambda 1 is the shortest wavelength, that means n2 will be infinite. So it will be 1 minus 1 by infinite square. So basically equals to r only. Now 1 by lambda 2. So partial series n1 will be 3 and it's the longest wavelength, that means it's the adjacent level. So r 1 by 3 square, so 9 minus 1 by 4 square, so 16. So it will be r 7 by 144. So now just divide that, we will get lambda 2 by lambda 1 equals to 144 by 7. R and R will cancel out, and lambda 1 is given in the question as 91 nanometer. So lambda 2 will be 91 into 144 divided by 7 nanometer. 7 and 90 13 times. So lambda 2 when we solve, it will be 1872 nanometer. Now if you see the question, okay, so 1.17 micrometer, so just convert. So lambda 2 will be 1.87 micrometer. Simple formula based question, not lengthy calculations, simply we can solve, we will get plus 4 marks. Okay, now if we move to the next question. Okay, this question is from error and measurement. You have to find the percentage change. Okay, so find the percentage change in height risen by the liquid. Okay, it's a capillary action question. So what is the height in the capillary? H equals to 2t cos theta by rho g and r. So T is surface tension, cos theta is the angle, rho is density, g is gravitational acceleration, r is the radius of the tube. So if density of fluid, radius of capillary and surface tension decreased by 1%, decreased by 1%. Okay, so that means if we check the percentage error, so percentage error will be delta H by H equals to delta T by T. Cos theta, there is no change, and minus, okay, minus delta rho by rho, and gravitation there is no change, minus delta r by r. Now liquids are decreased by 1%, that means change is negative. So delta H by H is minus 1%, minus minus plus 1%, minus minus plus 1%. So answer will be 1%. So change will be 1%. So option 1 is the correct answer. So if we move to the next question. Okay, so all the questions are completed for physics. Now I would like Jakir sir to take over from me. Sir.
All right, so we are soon going to initiate this analysis part, but before we do, we are first going to see some of the questions here. So right here, what we got is this 11th class question, which is regarding the kinematics one. So the question says, we just have to verify whether these statements are correct or not. Are they supporting each other or not? The first thing we got is kinetic energy of the system is equals to this thing, which is 100% correct because it's basically return kinetic energy individually. Now the second part is a bit tricky here because it says the kinetic energy of the center of the mass plus the kinetic energy with respect to center of mass will be the same as the first formula. Now for this, it's so complicated, we are only going to take two velocities to verify whether this claim is correct or not. So simply take same mass, half m, just take different velocity, v1 square plus half m v2 square. Now this should be equals to the kinetic energy of the center of mass, which is going to be total 2m into VCOM or VCM, center of mass velocity whole square, plus the kinetic energy with respect to center of mass, which is basically means m v1 minus VCM whole square plus half m v2 minus VCM whole square, where velocity of center of mass is simply going to be v1 plus v2 by 2. If you know how to calculate velocity of center of mass, this is going to be piece of cake. So all you need to do is put this thing here, here, and here, and simply solve it slowly. And if you do, you will realize it's actually equals to that. That means statement 1 and 2 both are true, which means first option is gonna be correct. Moving on to our last question, which is way easier. Now what we have is that there are two capacitors, one is charged, another is discharged. They are going to be connected in parallel, and once they do, we need to figure out how much charge we got on the second one. So the diagram is going to look like this. We got one capacitor, there's gonna be a switch right here, and then there is another capacitor. This capacitor here, as they have given, this is 10 microfarad, that is C1, 10, and then C2 here is basically 20 written right over here, 20 micro F, and they have said this thing is 6 volt. So how to get the charge on the other one? It's pretty easy. Since they are in parallel, the charge Q1 by Q2 is actually same as C1 by C2, and the charge is being shared, which means Q1 plus Q2 is going to be total as 10 into 6 and 20 into 0, because this doesn't have any charge initially. This one got 60. So by doing this, we can actually see that it has to be 1:2, or should I say the C2 portion charge on C2 is gonna be 2/3 of the total, because 1/3 goes here, 2/3 goes here. 2/3 of the total, which is multiplied with 60, and that is gonna be 40 microcoulomb. Much easier, much faster. Now moving on to the next thing, which is going to be our analysis part. It will be basically the summary of the entire physics paper. So one thing we are concerned about, as usual, is how much questions came from the 11th, how much question came from 12th, which one is important, which one is not, is it balanced, is it not. Let's check this thing quickly. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7. So out of the 17 question, we got 7 from 11th. We did had like another questions also, but from there we can analyze that 11th was slightly less important. Why is that? Because physics this time is not just formula based, it was derivative, it was calculative further. I mean, we just saw one of the question where kinetic energy has to be like confirm, is it actually equal or not. So I would say, even though the 11th portion is present, but it's not that much of weightage as 12th one. Now in case of 11th, which one like really occurs a lot, you can see this RBD. It's like a jam or butter of this thing. It's always there, RBD. And then we got here thermodynamics, which is kind of like chemistry thing. Then we got again an RBD. I mean, look at this thing, it's like happening again. And here work per energy just happens once. Now after that, in the 12th, which I really want to highlight, that this semiconductor and logic gates are appearing over and over again in every sets. So this is going to be much important for all of you guys, and as well as electrostatics and gravitation combined. Even though the gravitation check questions are not here, but take this thing as electrostatic, because it's going to be highly important. And the last, I would say, finally, whether you like it or not, we do have this modern physics right here, and not just one question, there are two questions. So overall analysis, I would say, is today's paper was easy to moderate. If you know the formula, but you still need to derive this thing, you still need to solve this thing, and some questions were tricky. So you can consider this is the kind of like tough paper out of all four. This toughness may increase slightly, because that is basically the trend of an NTA. Whenever they got easy question first 2 days, they're going to make this thing harder, or vice versa. So with that, the physics portion is over. Now after that, the chemistry portion will be taken by chemistry sir.
Hello students.
Yeah, in today's paper, compared to yesterday, some more calculation part is there in this session, in this shift, second shift. If you see this overall analysis of this paper, here both 11th and 12th almost equal given. Generally, 2 to 5% they are giving 12th class more than 11th class, but in this paper almost equal given here. Next, in this periodic table, electron gain enthalpy question given. Every time they are giving, in the yesterday and today also, they gave many questions on this electron gain enthalpy, ionization potential, etc. Next, miscellaneous question, alkynes and alkyl halides. Yes, alkynes and alkyl halides is the preparation of alkynes and SN2. It is 11th and 12th combination question. Next, it is a moderate question, not so easy but not tough also at the same time. Moderate question. Next, mole concept here. Compulsory one question will be there from mole concept. Sometimes weight, volume. Yes, stoichiometric calculation based and otherwise concentration term. They are giving one question from this. Here, this is 11th class or 12th class. In 12th class also we are giving this concept in solutions topic. This is a little difficult calculation here in this question in this today's paper. Next, to amines and reduction. Oxidation reduction. Without that there will not be any JEE paper. 100% mains and advanced also 100%, at least one question will be there. Both oxidation and reduction related questions. Next, to blocks. It is the P block. Oxides they gave, miscellaneous oxides in both stoichiometry also we will discuss in this paper. Pb3O4 type mixed oxide given. Next, here IUPAC nomenclature. Here esters IUPAC nomenclature given. Alkyl alkanoate along with some more substituents. It is also some moderate question, not so tough. Just we need to focus while solving. Next, to equilibrium. Here buffer solutions. It is little calculation part is there. Generally in the ionic equilibrium equations calculation part, pH of buffer, salt hydrolysis, solubility product. So generally calculation part will be more in the ionic equilibrium. Next, here biomolecules. Directly from NCERT they gave carbohydrates. Glucose properties given. Directly from NCERT book they gave question from this. Here it is the easy to moderate because more reagents given in this question. Next, alkenes, ozonolysis. Here ozonolysis is very simple thing here, reductive ozonolysis or oxidative ozonolysis. Just cleavage of the bond. One is oxygen left side, one oxygen right side. It is the easiest question. Actually, it is the easiest question only. Next, to thermodynamics. Lattice energy calculation. Here, in this calculation part is present. So, in this calculation, carefully we need to solve calculations. Actually, physical chemistry, many students feels difficulty, but 100% all the questions are not tough. Many questions will be easy. If we solve carefully, step by step we need to solve. Next, to periodic properties and chemical bonding, nature of oxides, electronegativity, chemical bonding, dipole moment, one of the important topic in chemical bonding. Next, to electrode potentials. Here they gave SRP values and they ask, generally they asking questions from this. Which is best oxidizing agent, which is best reducing agent. Such questions they are asking from electrochemistry. Next, here complex compounds, IUPAC nomenclature they gave one question. Next, to D and F block, IP values, ionization potential values, D block elements, especially 3D series. 4D, 5D not have much focus in JEE mains, and 3D is only, even NCERT also mentioned 3D series and their compounds, chromium and manganese compounds only. So ionization potentials asked here. Next to basic principles, yeah, most important thing. In the yesterday paper, in one shift they asked sulfur, other one phosphorus, and today they asked about nitrogen, Jaldal method. Next here, organic compound sequence reactions. If you learn all reagents, it will be easy. Next to kinetics, Arrhenius equation. Overall, if you see, 50% are easiest questions are there, and some are moderate. Overall paper is not easy, easy to moderate. Very few difficult questions are there, but mostly moderate questions, easy to moderate. So I hope it will be useful to you in the coming shifts. Okay, focus on concepts. All the best, students.